Hello, everybody. It was a way better introduction than last time. This is Entertournament of Champions podcast. This is Jeff over here, joined by Kyle, who's in the Netherlands or somewhere with mountains.
That's about right.
Okay. And in person, I have Judd.
Hi. I'm here.
I have Judd Nelson. Nope, sorry. He
Not
had to
that
cancel. We got JD.
Okay. You guys are always using me as a last minute fill-in.
I know,
For
right?
Judd Nelson,
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
He's eagerly waiting by his phone every week.
Yeah. So is Judd Nelson, oddly enough, but just not for this podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so this episode, we are continuing our discussion from last week of most anticipated summer 2017 movies. What we did last time was gave our top 10 most anticipated, our individual ones, combined them into a, like we do with every topic so far, combined them into a 16-seeded single elimination tournament. We got some good ones in here. One of these we might have already seen.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. One of these people might have already seen in general, because this is coming out after the weekend
That's true.
like the Monday after.
Hopefully
Guardians
everybody
comes out.
listening has seen it. Hopefully
Yeah.
I've seen it by the time this episode drops.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe we liked it. I don't know. We'll find out.
All right.
We'll find out. But that's what we do in this podcast. For those that aren't aware, we we take for no reason in particular other than funsies for funsies. Yeah. We take things that are awesome or whatever that we consider the best. We might do worst occasionally.
Yeah.
Shows that should be
can't wait
canceled
to have
sooner.
a
Hey
shit
man,
on
it
bracket.
takes both sides, but it takes both sides, to
Yeah.
appreciate everything. So
Absolutely. And why did I use like a Ned Flanders word? I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely doodly.
But that's what we do. We take like the best or worst of a certain topic, and we, individually reveal our, like I said, our top 10 of that said topic, and put them all together into a mishmash in a tournament and determine what the champion of champions is. Because these are champions of whatever that topic is. Even if they're shitty champions, like I said, if we do like a worst, I don't know what we might have to call it, Entertournament of losers or something. That'd be fun doing one of those topics.
Yeah.
A hate-filled topic. Anyway, so if you want to find out how we made this bracket, go listen to the other episode. It's a lot of fun. And we may have gotten a little racist with the director of Oakjaw, but that's fine. That's okay. It's okay. We'll pay it back. We'll pay it back to him.
Well, accidental racism never hurt anyone. Right? So.
I still don't know his name. Bon Juk Su or something like that.
I remember Bong was the last name.
Bong,
Yeah.
yeah. Or the first name.
First
I
name
don't know.
depending.
Yeah.
See, here we go.
Culturally, I have no idea
Here we go.
where that lands.
I believe it's Korea, right?
Yeah, so like they put that last name first, then?
The surname first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surname.
Surname.
Like if you're a dude, it's a surname. If it's a ma'am name for... That's a stupid joke. That's
A man name. Oh my god.
that's the lowest... That's the bar's been set for the lowest possible dumb joke.
But the bad thing is that I was right there with you.
Yeah.
You know? So not any better.
All right, so the first round... last time JD actually started... or I'm sorry, not JD. Kyle actually started. The stand-up comedians one that we did. Last year, it feels like. Feels like it's been a long time.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah.
I went last, so that would put me first in the first matchup.
Okay.
Because you fin first, you're last, and so it will be me, and then Kyle, then JD.
Okay.
Whose vote will probably not matter. Not that any of us are going to
not.
vote any differently
Right.
on this one. The first matchup is a 16 seed Hitman's Bodyguard. We kind of threw it a bone. Versus number 1 seed Dunkirk.
Yeah.
More like
Fun
jerk.
Fun
jerk.
Fun jerk.
Since I'm first, I'm not gonna pull anybody, string anybody along. It's Dunkirk for me, obviously. The new trailer just dropped literally on Friday, and it was gorgeous. Everything about it was just gorgeous.
gorgeous.
And I wouldn't say that anything is particularly, I don't know. I don't think anything like plot-wise is mind-blowing in the trailers.
Yeah.
And I don't think the movie's going to intend to be that ambitious in terms of like conceptually, but really it's a war about, I don't know, aliens or something.
Yeah.
It's not going to be something like people just need to understand that this is like a scaled-back drama for him.
Yeah.
A human drama.
Yeah.
And not just that, but pretty much everything that we saw was like, it looked like it was practical, like all the plane flying around.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be like a war epic in the sense that there's multiple stories going on, and it's it's going to be big, but like not
Right.
like it's not going to be big like in a war movie sense. God, I really don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, like he specifically said it's not going to be a war movie, so kind of expect something else,
Right.
So I'm trying to keep my mind open into what I'm walking into, but like, in no way am I talking myself into like thinking that this movie's going to be good. It is going to be good. It's a fact.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
It's just what is it?
The event of Dunkirk is more of an evacuation, right? In the middle of a war.
Yeah.
So there's not. I don't really expect any like like the infiltration of what the fuck is a Doomsday. I'm not expecting any D-Day, whatever the hell it's called.
Oh.
I'm not expecting any
It's
D-Day
Normandy,
sequences.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, Normandy. That's the place that was escaping me. I'm not expecting anything like that. Maybe some dodging some bombs from planes and stuff, like we saw in there. Tom Hardy was a pilot, a British pilot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hitman's Bodyguard.
Yeah. Not a motherfucking chance in the world.
Not a motherfucking chance for Hitman's Bodyguard.
Can I just say, I don't even fucking remember getting that movie onto this list, and I have no idea what the fuck it's doing on this list, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a throw-in.
We were just kind of
No,
like...
you definitely set it up right. It was definitely a bone throw because, man, I was just like, what? That movie made it? Okay, all right.
It was, I don't know, the trailer was really entertaining. The humor seems like it's in the vein of Deadpool in terms of how R-rated it is.
Yeah.
Maybe not as self-referential. But Sam Jackson's definitely playing a parody of himself in this, and I'm very excited to see that. Him and Ryan Reynolds.
It's like snakes on a plane without all the CG snakes. That's what it seems like to me. Like
Right.
it's going to be a tongue-in-cheek, kind of self-aware type of thing. So
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It'll be
Not
fun.
in the sense of like 21 Jump Street, but like kind of like in its own,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not like they're making fun of the fact that it's like a franchise that they brought back.
Exactly.
Like Baywatch is doing
Right.
the same thing,
God.
it seems like.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would say, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be unanimous. Kyle, what are you going to vote here?
I gotta go. You surprised me, man. So I'm gonna have to go. Whatever the name of that movie is, that isn't Dunkirk. So no, I'm going Dunkirk. That movie's probably gonna win. So
Yeah, I know, right? Spoiler alert for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, right.
So JD, where are you leaning
I
on
don't
this
know.
one?
It's really tough for me.
Oh man,
It's
I
really
know.
tough.
Christopher Nolan, or the guy that directed
Or
Hitman's
whatever.
Bodyguard.
Yeah, right. Or some fucktard. Yeah.
Just that fucking guy. Dunkirk all the way, man. But the new trailer totally pushed it over the edge.
Yeah, it did.
Totally.
It's going to
without,
for rounds going forward, I think.
without that, probably would have fallen flat to
Right.
Hitman's Bodyguard for sure. But
Word.
So what should have been the quickest round, we dragged out for about 7 minutes there.
We did. I don't know why. Yeah, I think
we should have just penciled this one in last week.
That's true. We could have just fought that round first and been like, that's how things are going to go.
Yeah, right.
That's just
I'm
a
sure
preview.
you all agree, right, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
I don't know. There's like one guy
there's
out
like
there.
one
Hitman's
person in
Bodyguard.
YouTube comments like, I don't know. I like laughs more than I like war movies.
I think it's time a movie with motherfucker wins Best Picture.
My God. All right, so it could be a surprise hit. I'm going to give it that at least for the summer. Not in terms of
Absolutely.
box office, but in terms of quality.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it does come out in August when everything died.
Oh yeah.
We have two. Actually, I was going to say we have two August movies. But speaking of August movies, we have our number 9 seed, Detroit, versus number 8 seed, which is not an August movie. I don't know why I said that. I think it's June, actually.
Yeah, it's
or July. Whatever. It's the summer, guys. That's the scope of things.
Yeah.
That's the episodes.
Number 8 seed, Oakjaw. This is an interesting round.
Really is.
Two completely, very, identical movies.
What? Wait, it's Oakjaw and what?
Detroit.
Oh yeah, these movies couldn't be more similar.
Right. Clearly, I mean, one's a monster movie, more or less, with some heart. A kaiju movie with some heart, and the other one's about the Detroit riots, which we all know. Godzilla was there.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
watching from
streets.
afar.
Yeah.
He was
I
watching
remember.
from afar, watching with some popcorn that he couldn't reach to his mouth.
Giving him coffee and shit.
He's like, yeah, you guys are fucking this town up way more than I could have, so I'll let you guys do it.
Oh, Jesus. So, actually, JD is first on this one, since you went last.
Man, I'm kind of split on this one, actually, because...
Yeah, good luck.
I'm
glad you two are going first.
I know more about Detroit because the trailer for Oakjaw is pretty.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's
Pretty
nothing
small.
really that it reveals.
But I kind of like that because it adds to the mystery of it.
Uh-huh.
Like, what did she make?
Yeah, that's true.
What did she come up with? Detroit, I get the feeling like I already know where the story's going to go. It's just, it's got an intensity to it that I really want to see. But I think as far as anticipated movies go, I'm probably going to have to go for Oakjaw, even though it didn't even make my list.
Yeah.
Just because of that kind of mystery
Yeah.
that's surrounding
There's
it.
a mystery surrounding that movie.
So I think I'm going to go with Oakjaw, even though Detroit, I don't know if I'm going to go see Detroit in the theaters or not.
I probably
I
will
might-
because
I might
it's
wait.
going to be like that time of the. It comes out the same day as I think Dark Tower does.
Oh, ooh.
I don't know. I feel like I'm going to spend that whole weekend in the theater.
Yeah. Just change your mailing
Jeez,
address.
yeah.
I think it's Dark Tower and something else comes out too that could either be bad or good. I'm trying to remember what it is, but I can't. It was like 3 movies coming out that day.
Yeah.
That's like the last hurrah, if you will, of the summer.
Yeah.
So I'm next. I'm going Oakjaw on this one. I feel kind of bad. I mean,
I want to see
Hal doesn't have to
Detroit
make a
so
decision
badly.
though. So there you go.
I know that's pretty good for me.
But at the same time, it's just more about directing style and uniqueness. And I think the director of Oakjaw, who I'm not going to attempt to butcher their name again, I think they offer more in terms of the host and Snowpiercer, like
Yeah.
more to look at and something that we hadn't seen before. Not that Detroit's going to be by the book or anything, but I don't know. I think there's more of a chance to be wowed and more of a spectacle in Oakjaw, even though we know very little about it.
Yeah.
And like you said, the mystery of it's
Yeah.
definitely going to sell me on it too.
It's compelling as hell.
Yeah. Great cast, like we were talking about before in the last episode, with Paul Dano and Jake Gyllenhaal nowhere in the trailer.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
fine.
right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They'll show up eventually, much like Chris Evans did in Snowpiercer, and
Yeah.
Jamie Bell. Even though they ended up not being I mean, Chris Evans was the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
still,
he was
there
the lead,
were-
but
yeah.
the movie ended up not being about him. Spoilers.
Right,
I don't
exactly.
know. I don't know if that's spoilers.
It
Whatever.
was really kind of following those two. I don't know if they were Korean or Chinese people.
I think they're Korean.
I'm just going to be super racist towards this movie in general on
Yeah.
both episodes.
Perfect.
Just to kind of
Full circle.
fill a quota, I guess. Not racist, but just ignorant. Anyway, Oakjaw's going forward, but Kyle, how would you have voted? Do you think you would have gone?
Yeah, it seemed tough to me before y'all started talking. And the moment y'all kind of chose, it seemed very apparent to me that Oakjaw was the right choice because of all the everything y'all were saying, the air of mystery and everything. Whereas Detroit, we know what we're getting with that movie. It's gonna be a really good, well acted, historic piece of history, and Oakjaw. Like I have no idea what the fuck that movie's about. So.
Right.
Sign me up. Yeah. I know I love the director. That's all I care about.
Exactly.
So.
Same here. I know it's about a little girl connecting with like a kaiju type monster that we still don't. We've only seen like the eyeball of.
Hey, and we've all been there, right?
Perfect.
So that's relatable.
Yeah, it's completely relatable.
Walk down the street, meet a kaiju monster. It's like,
Yeah.
what's up?
That's my dog,
love you.
guys. My dog is
I love you.
literally like a shrunken kaiju monster.
It's true.
He does terrorize my apartment all the time.
Kaiju-weenie.
But Detroit, I'm still. I mean, I know we said, you said you might not see it in theaters, but I'm probably will because I don't know. Catherine Bigelow just does scale and tension really well.
That is true.
and
That's
I
true.
want to feel that in theaters with
see.
everybody else. I don't know how well it's going to do in theater though. I don't know. We'll see. Star-studded cast. They really need to push that more.
Hopefully they will. Hopefully people aren't burned out from
Yeah, oh my
blockbusters.
God.
That's what I'm worried about. Is that
Yeah.
it's coming out so
That's
late in
August
the year
for you,
that
man.
it's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, people.
I've
are
already
pretty excited
spent all
with
my
them.
monies.
Speaking of August, man, we got another August release in the next bracket. Holy shit. We have number 13 seed Dark Tower, 50 Shades Darker Tower.
I like some of the other ones better, Sam.
Versus number 4 seed War for Ape Planet. That's all I had room for. War for Planet of the Apes. I'm glad we're doing this when we're doing this because we did get the trailer for Dark Tower.
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
while we were trying to work out when to record. So that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
We were
Now
kind of making fun of how little we saw of the movie last episode. So it's now here we are. Now we know a little more and seen a little more.
Absolutely, Kyle. You're actually starting this round.
Cool. I've dug the trailer. I think like my non-knowledge of the source material or whatever I'm not bringing in as many hangups or whatever, or comparing too many things. So like, I'm watching Idris Elba like pouring bullets into a revolver and gunslinging everywhere. So that was cool. Got a little scared with the little boy and Mirror World stuff.
Yes.
Didn't know there was anything like that in this thing.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, everybody, not to go on a tangent, but all those people who are like, this is gonna be for you, Dark Tower's for you. All you people know I don't like little kid characters, so you better be fucking right. Everyone's on thin ice right now. That's all I'm saying. Just not into it. I have a feeling this movie is going to be all about him turning to that kid every scene and explaining to him what's going on. Yeah. And every scene that's not happening, he's going to be saving the kid. So I'm a little bummed about how that's all turning out. But all the other action stuff was really cool, and Matthew McConaughey's. He's in a black suit or whatever, so I guess that's fine.
And he's actually already doing that in the trailer. He's saving the kid. And
he's already doing that. Yeah, and turning to him and explaining things to him.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not off base by assuming all these things. And that's just what kid characters are. They're just avatars to cause issues. So, I'm not to be mean or whatever. That's the truth of it.
That's 100% true. Especially in an action movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. But while I have a lot of negative things to say about the Dark Tower series while still kind of being excited about what's going on, I have nothing negative to say about Planet of the Apes. So for me, it's Planet of the Apes. I mean, it's just like it's pretty easy for me.
Awesome. JD is next, and you actually did catch Dawn before.
Yes, watched it last week, and so that definitely, I probably should have had it a little higher on my list for sure. That movie was fucking incredible.
Yeah,
I loved every second of it. I haven't been that glued into just a. Would you call it an action movie? I mean,
I don't know, man. It's definitely. I think it's
more of a drama.
It's a fantasy movie, right? Like, I mean, that's a fantasy world or sci-fi or whatever.
Yeah, I guess just labeling it strictly sci-fi.
It's like pre-war. You know what I mean?
It's the escalation.
Yeah. It's definitely a thriller.
Really enjoyed watching like the moment when Caesar's like he talks and everybody else is like, "Whoa,
yeah,
what is this shit?"
Yeah, when
like,
he pulls up on rolls up in the horse and with the rest of the people.
Oh man, everything about that character and the people around him are cool, and that's just going to carry over into this movie. So I'm definitely glad I got a chance to watch it. But kind of like you, I don't really have much familiarity with the source material on Dark Tower, but I was still reasonably hyped for the trailer.
Yeah.
I like everything you mentioned. I liked Idris Elba's flicking the bullets into the gun. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's never going to get tired.
Cool. Oh my gosh, I watched
that makes
it
up for
10
every
times,
action
like,
movie where
so
reloading's not a thing. You're actually going to see that a lot. But I got to go with War. For the Planet of the Apes for sure, because that
I hear you.
Trailer's perfect, man.
I agree. Yeah, it's intense and it like captures the
totally.
The tone is carrying over from Dawn.
Totally.
Which, do you remember Rise pretty well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, how different did Dawn feel compared to Rise, dude?
It was crazy.
It's like night and day, but Rise is still a good movie.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was so different. I'm surprised that they even acknowledged that James Franco existed in this movie.
I know. You're like, oh yeah, it's the same characters. It didn't feel that way.
Normally, that big of a change in style means like they weren't very proud of the first one,
right.
But it wasn't the case. I think they just kind of. They just alluded to him. They showed him in a picture, I think, a couple times. And
yeah,
they mentioned
he was watching.
him by name.
Caesar was watching a video.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, totally different tone. But
right.
Glad I got to watch it. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that too, man. That movie's incredible. One of my favorites of 2014 for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with War for 8 Planet War.
Yay.
They could have used way less words here. I mean, 8 Planet War is all you need. So I'm gonna dock them for that. That's the only thing I'm docking them for, though, because I think this movie is gonna be friggin' perfection.
Yeah.
Blockbuster perfection. That's why I think not a lot of people are of this opinion, but I think this will crack the top 10 for the summer box office.
Okay.
Because of not just like the fact that it's another spectacle, but it's because it doesn't. On paper, you're kind of like another one of these. Yeah. At least some people can be that aren't educated about what they're doing with this trilogy.
That's kind of what I thought at first.
Yeah.
Too. Before I'd seen Dawn.
But then, Dawn was a big deal in 2014. It cracked the top 10 or at least top 12, I think, of that year, not just the summer. So I think this one's going to be huge. Huge.
Is it R or 13?
So big.
I think it's PG-13.
Okay, yeah. I think if it were R, it might have a problem with the box office, but since it's PG-13. CG monkeys, you can kill them.
I'm excited for a very, very personal vendetta.
Exactly. They're not people, so...
Right, exactly, yeah. It's no big deal. Yeah. Animal violence, nobody cares. But I'm excited for a personal vendetta Caesar's going to be on, apparently, in this, against a very, a villain that takes up a lot of space. a lot of time in the
Yeah.
in the movie, and also get some motives or something behind him. I don't know.
I got a scoop on this movie too. I heard Harambe is cameoing, so
Oh, nice.
look into that.
Oh, okay. I think that's the whole arc. That's what that's how the kid goes into their camp, right?
Yeah, it's actually a
The
metaphor
little
for
girl
what
or whatever?
exactly happened. If you would have just allowed to happen whatever happened that day, that's what this movie is about. Pretty much.
Right.
What?
That was literally
Oh.
the start of the Planet of the Apes, but we ended that shit. We ended that shit
Yeah, we were
early.
just
We
like,
put a
no,
kibosh on that.
we're stuffing this shit out right now.
I'm gonna go for. I think I already said I'm gonna go for War Planet of the Apes. But Dark Tower trailer I don't know. Kind of struck me as generic up until the action moments, which is kind of a bummer because we've seen versions of the story where like a kid goes to another world and somebody has to explain shit to them.
Never-ending story. Yeah, we all grew up with that. I don't want that. I don't want that shit in my Dark Tower movie, even though that may be what it's all about anyway. So I don't know. Maybe I'm off base or whatever, but that stuff really annoys me.
People that read all the books were kind of like. I don't want to go with their opinion because I'm still going to see the movie, but they were just kind of like that's not the movie they were expecting. Like, and they can't really talk about it
and I'm
because
still
of
not
spoilers.
understanding when this is supposed to take place. Some people are saying, well, it takes place before, and some people are like, it takes place during, and some people are like, well, it's the first and the second book. So, I have no idea where this takes, or it's later, it's actually after everything.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
So it's a sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel to the books, is my understanding. So it's after all the shit went down. But now Idris Elba's character, the gunslinger, Roland, he has to explain everything to us, pretty much, or to the kid rather. But who is us.
It's gonna get really annoying. If
So the kid literally is the audience, and
pretty much.
I fucking hate that.
Oh man, I don't know. I want to be. I'm hopeful for the movie because that's just kind of the default position for things that aren't DC movies. Sorry.
What?
I told you, Kyle, we hadn't made a slanderous remark against DC in a while.
Can I make a truthful remark against DC? We were watching maybe a Marvel movie this past weekend. I'm not going to spoil anything. And that trailer came up, and mind you, the Star Wars trailer just got shown, and everyone was cheering or whatever. And then the Wonder Woman trailer came up, and I'm not trying to shit on this movie. Nobody fucking clapped. Nobody in the entire theater even gave a shit about
was it
what
the
was
trailer
going on.
that ends with, "Hey, your sword
and shield don't match your outfit."
Yeah, that's DC's humor.
Yeah, that's their humor. Oh, it doesn't match, and she's trying to go through the escalator or whatever.
The revolving doors. Yeah,
so not funny.
Yeah.
No one clapped. I'm seriously not trying to shell over this, but that's really a truthful thing that happens.
Right. I was sitting next to. I went with a friend. I normally don't. I normally go by myself so I can enjoy movies in silence. Mm-hmm. But it was like a friend I didn't mind the company of. We went and saw Guardians, and at the very beginning, when at the Wonder Woman trailer, when what's her name? Either her mother or her aunt. I don't know which one is which. Because Robin Wright Penn, or formerly Robin Wright Penn, or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Robin Wright.
The artist formerly known
as Robin Wright Penn.
Yeah, of course.
And Connie Nielsen, they are pretty much identical to me. I don't know which one is the aunt and the mother.
Who's and Sue?
Either way, both of their accents are bad. Yeah. That's what my friend turned to me and he was like, "Their accents are so fucking terrible." I was like, "What is that accent? It doesn't make any sense." And I was like, "Oh, already off to a bad start." I mean, besides the fact that there's actually color in this world that Wonder Woman stays at. I don't know, that trailer. I got off on a tangent. There's a good reason to talk about that because we didn't really talk about why Wonder Woman wasn't on our list at all.
Yeah.
Last episode, DC's just burned us too many times. I think it's just the hype level is hard to, I don't know, go anywhere above
I'll see
a 2 out of 10. You know what I mean? I want to see it because it's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Me too.
Expectations versus reality, man.
Yeah.
You gotta set the bar a little low.
And if it's good, then yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I'll sing the praises from the mountaintops too. Yeah. It's not like I'm gonna be smug about it. You always accidentally get one. I'm not gonna be like that. I'll be like, hell yeah. Maybe we're on the upswing here. And then Justice League will come out and it'll be horrible and be like, never mind. It was just a fluke.
My dog is snorting while you were talking. It's great.
He agrees. Goku and I are of the same mind on this one.
That's because his name is Goku. That's why.
Yeah.
So the war moves forward, and the next round, I start this one. Fuck me.
Valyrian in words. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I damn sure didn't have room in this bracket to type Valyrian in the City of a Thousand Planets, so I put Valyrian in words.
That's awesome.
Anyway, number 12 seed is Wind River, which is Taylor Sheridan, the writer of Sicario, and what else did he do after that? Sorry. I'm blanking. Hell or High Water.
Yeah.
It's his directorial debut. He wrote it too. And versus number 5 seed Valyrian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I start this one. This is much more difficult than I thought it would be.
It's a pretty hard one.
They were both in my 10.
Yeah.
Valerian might have been a little bit higher than Wind River.
Yeah.
Because of the... I'm going to say the word spectacle a lot, but that's a fucking spectacle of a trailer.
Wow, yeah. My eyes bleed every time. That was at the front of this movie, too, so I got to see that like on the big screen, and I was like...
Right.
Ew.
Yeah, I know, right? That's... Oh, man, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I gotta see it in
So
the theater
good.
for sure.
I think if I'm answering the question of what am I most excited to see in a theater, I can watch Wind River and love it. I know I'm going to love that movie.
Yeah.
In any format. I don't care. But Valerian I have to see in the theater, even if it's shit. I have to see that movie in the
It's
theater.
not going to be shit!
I don't think it's gonna be. But
It
yeah.
can't be!
But I mean, if we're talking about most anticipated, I'm anticipating the hell out of seeing that in the theater. So I'm going to go with Valerian, surprising against, the cinephile in me, I guess, the movie snob in me. I'm going to go with Valerian.
Yeah.
Because that's the definition of a theatrical release, basically. Like it's required. You have to see that in theater. So Kyle, you're next.
It's Valerian for me, and I'm gonna call it right now. I think the couple in that movie, it's gonna be best like partners or duo, in recent memory. I'm calling it right now. I think I think their chemistry and because even in the trailer, like their banter and stuff like that. I think it's like the movie's just gonna be filled with that, or I hope so at least. And if that's the case, I think we're in for a nice duo, and hopefully more movies because this is based off a graphic novel. So
they could go.
You could expand this out in a lot of So
you could tell from the trailer alone that it's like a big world.
Yeah.
That can be explored in many sequels. I found it interesting you said that without any sense of irony or anything about those two leads. Because Cara Delevingne is not a great actress.
I don't like her. Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. Even her weird stances on stuff in real life, I'm like, you're fucking weird. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the trailer, they both make me laugh and stuff. They've got a good I don't know. They got a good rapport, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's
so far what we've seen.
The case across everything. Across the whole thing.
Yeah, out of what we've seen so far, it's been good.
Yeah.
JD, where are you gonna vote on this? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter at this point.
It don't, but I would have gone with Valerian just for everything you guys just said. The spectacle of it, definitely that trailer, and it's one that I hope I get to see at Guardians when I go see that tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, I still need to experience it in the theater, but
yeah, I don't think
definitely
I have
hyped for Wind River, even though we know very little about it.
Yeah.
Or have seen very little of it, I guess. We kind of know.
Yeah, there's no trailers yet, surprisingly, but at the same time,
very eager to see the last piece.
It is more of I guess an indie movie, even though the stars in it are not indie.
I mean it's Jeremy
it's Hawkeye
Renner.
it's Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
So
Hot guy.
Hot guy. Scarlet Bitch. Wait.
That's terrible.
That's not PC.
That's not PC at all.
Sorry.
But I'm really excited for that movie, man. I heard it was already screened at least one festival that I know of, and people came out of that really hyped about it. They said it wasn't on the same levels as Sicario and Hell or High Water, but it was still a really, really solid entry.
Okay.
If they said that, I'm probably going to love it as much as those movies, to be honest with you, because, I mean, I just tend to love things a little bit more than critics kind of... I don't know. If they're tepid on something, I'm kind of I love that movie. At the same time, though, we'll talk about Guardians in the next round. Anyway, so Valerian moves on. It's going to be an interesting, man. All of our higher seeds are going forward. It's going to be interesting. This is a very, very curious round. Again, two identical movies. Number 15 seed, JD starts this one. Number 15 seed, The Bad Batch, which is just one of the weirdest, looks like one of the weirdest coming of age, post-apocalyptic horror
I watched it again.
Movies.
I watched it again this morning, and it
feels gross.
It was very fitting. I still had to take my shower after that. It's crazy. Looks really good though.
Yeah, it does.
I don't hate Jason Momoa in the role. Even
Oh
though-
no, yeah,
like,
that's and
that
I haven't
was the
really
first
liked
thing
him
I
I mean, he was great in Game of Thrones, obviously, because
Yeah.
he had to say very little and
Yeah.
just be intimidating and
Right.
say words
Yep.
that are made up. So
Yeah.
good for you. Congratulations, you're muscly and you said words
Right.
that were like or whatever. You said Jabba the Hutt words basically.
They made up a real language for that, Jeff.
They did, and that linguist was on. He was on a Game of Thrones after show that I watched, and I was like, man, this guy has a brain on him. It's,
Yeah,
he's a really smart dude.
puts so much thought into that stuff, man. So yeah, Bad Batch looks great versus a number 2 seed, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume Dos.
Yeah, that's gonna win it for me. I'm still freaking hyped because I haven't seen it yet. So
Yeah, and you are first, so I mean, I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going with Guardians. Not a knock on the Bad Batch at all. The trailer was awesome.
Well, we have to
for
be
it.
realistic about this too. Like, Bad Batch isn't
It's not
accessible.
for everybody.
It's not an accessible
No,
movie.
not at all.
I
Not
don't
at
expect
all.
it to be. That is.
But Guardians is going to be fun. That it's definitely in my top 2
Yeah.
Marvel movies. Yeah,
The first one? Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Winter
Probably
Soldier's
Winter
my
Soldier
number one
might
for
be
me.
number 1 just
Yeah.
because of how good it is action wise. But Guardians was just so freaking fun. I'm just worried about, and we talked about it. I'm worried that the overhyping is going to make me kind of
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay.
And the only reason we overhyped it is because the first one was such a
that
surprise.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we walked
Right.
in that theater not knowing what to expect at all,
Right.
because who are these people?
Right.
We don't even know who they are. And then not only did he introduce them to us, but made us fall in love with them
Exactly.
along the way, and giving us one of a kind action sequences and like a dance off in the final fight.
It's a dance off, bro.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I did rewatch that before I saw 2, and I'm going to tell everybody now, I guess, spoiler alert, Kyle and I, not spoiler for Guardians 2, but Kyle and I did see Guardians 2.
Yeah.
We saw it opening night. We were very eager to see it. It was obviously most anticipated for a reason.
Yep.
Wanted to see what James Gunn did, and he did turn up the weirdness, that's for sure, in certain
Oh
parts.
yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah.
man. I'm
And
really excited
I would say
for it. Really excited.
the raunchiest and most adult Marvel movie to date. Like,
Yeah,
Really?
they say
By,
shit
like,
the most
leaps-
in this movie.
Leaps
Okay.
about they say shit so many times. They make so many dick jokes, like dick jokes, not like skirting around. Like, oh, was he
Right.
talking about a penis there? They say the word penis and dick. You know.
Yeah.
It's very raunchy, man.
Lots
Oh,
of
and
murder. Lots of murder, too.
Lots of murder, and
like
I'm
murder.
not gonna. I don't think this. I'm not spoiling it in saying that, but robot brothals. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly what it is, and I'm not assuming anything. So it's very like the James Gunn's like, you got to give me a little wiggle room. They're like, okay, a little, and he's like, I'm gonna wiggle a lot.
And then this is the thing. We heard the story about when they did a test screening for the studio. They didn't have them in a test audience didn't have any notes. They were like, you're fine. Just whatever you did was fine.
Okay. Cool.
Kind of surprised they didn't have any notes.
Yeah.
Because I have notes.
I've got some notes too. Yeah.
I think a lot of the people that are going to be like, I loved it, wanted to love it so bad that
Yeah.
they just end up falling on that opinion.
There's some
they're
people
not
that
going to
have-
view it objectively, and even if it's nitpicky
Right.
criticism, they're not going to have it.
I mean, I still, because Marvel's so good at this, and James Gunn is so good at this, at just making a memorable movie experience.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't walk out of the theater feeling let down
Yeah.
at all. I felt
No.
like my expectations were met in a weird way, even though I was so hyped for it. But maybe it's not as good as I mean, it isn't as good as the first one, and it's
Yeah.
not as good. I can name 5 or 6 other great Marvel movies that are better than this movie. But, like, it still totally met my expectations. And I
Right.
walked away seeing things I'd never seen before, you know? And
Yeah, some of the action sequences,
like-
opening credits, dude, are like some of the best
opening credits are amazing,
ever.
man.
It's
Like,
incredible.
up there with
If you're
Deadpool?
talking about favorite
Yes,
scenes of
okay.
all time, like ranking scenes, like that's top 5 for me.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
Like, yeah, it's super good.
Awesome.
Yeah, JD just said up there with Deadpool, and I think it's up there. I think it might even be a little bit better because of
Opening scene wise,
the opening credits.
I think this is better for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Personally, yeah.
And
absolutely.
Deadpool was more of a surprise though, because you didn't really expect.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You didn't. We were kind of going and going, what is this movie gonna be?
And
Come
I like
on.
the silliness, yeah, where it's just like some guy holding a mic, you know, like
Yeah.
I liked all that stuff.
I
you know,
like the
it's so-
Green Lantern card coming out of his wallet.
Yeah, it was in terms of Deadpool's definitely more self-referential in their opening credits, and I appreciate the laughs in that one.
Oh, and I really like the closing credits in Guardians. They're
Yeah,
really
me
silly.
too.
Yeah,
There's some
they're really
cameos in
funny.
there you got to look out for.
Yeah, and
Which,
there's some really good cameos in there, and you see like I am Groot just written everywhere.
And it changes to like the word of the name of the person. It says
yeah.
I am Groot, and then it changes to the name of the person.
And then
That's
there's also
nice,
like a no raccoons or space ints were harmed in the making of this movie. So like
Yeah,
it's
at
just
the
really,
end.
really silly. Like the credits are great. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
Credits are awesome. It helps that they paced it out with like a whole other movie. It seems like.
Yeah.
No, it's just 5 short end credit scenes. It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous though. 5.
I know.
It's awesome.
But I was
They're
mentioning
all so good too. Yeah, they're all really good.
Critics
And don't do anything to connect to anything. But
Cool.
Yeah, no, some of them are not connected at all. Like 3 of them are like just bullshit, but they're fun. That's pretty much the synopsis for the whole movie. It's just a fucking blast.
it's a side story for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the critics. This is going to frame a lot of the way Peter Quill and Star-Lord goes forward, and because we know he's in Avengers 3.
Yeah.
And he's one of the leads. So
Yeah, big part.
But I was going to say the critics were kind of lukewarm on this, and I was ready to disagree with them. I was ready to go in theaters and be like, "You're fucking wrong. That movie's amazing." And I was as lukewarm as they are when I left the theater. I was like, "Yeah, it was good."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing. I wanted it to be amazing. I wanted it to be like the best Marvel movie ever made. But it was good. It offered. It had a lot to offer. It did.
Okay.
But at the same time, there were shortcomings in the villain department too, where I don't know. You'll find out.
Okay.
But that's not going to influence, because we're talking about most anticipated. You kind of can't let that influence much. We have to talk about our hype levels, I guess, out of fairness for everybody else. Okay, so I'm going to imagine it. Picture it. This is how I'm going to make my decision, because I'm next. I'm going to say that we're going to answer this in terms of what's the audience going to be most hyped for. I guess Guardians, obviously.
Yeah.
It's more accessible. Bad Batch won't be for everybody.
No.
Guardians might not. I don't know how much longer it's going to go, but not that it's bad. It's not a bad movie. I don't mean to frame it like that, but Guardians is going forward, obviously, for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited as fuck for Bad Batch, though. It looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey doing weird shit in that movie.
It's my kind of weird, for sure.
Kyle, where would you have landed? Probably Guardians.
Guardians for me. Yeah, Guardians is good, man. It's better than Thor, and not as good as Winter Soldier. It's somewhere in there.
Yeah, I did create a ranking.
Somewhere in there somewhere. Yeah.
Everybody was doing this on the movie talk page that we're on, and I created a ranking on Letterboxd, and it literally landed in the middle. Because there's 15 movies, and it's right there in the middle.
That's exactly where it belongs to.
Right.
It's like it's right there in the. It's good, not great.
Right.
You know?
I put it above not put it above. I'm sorry. I put it right next to Avengers 2 is right above it for me.
Okay.
Because there was something about Avengers 2 that I don't know what it is, man. I still love that movie so much.
Yeah.
I do too, and I think everyone's hate for it makes me love it more too. So that helps. Yeah. But
Maybe it's just
that
all the
movie's not
characters interacting
hateable.
and
You know,
stuff.
the opening of that movie is awesome too. You know, it's
Right.
Come on, people.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. You just can't beat when all those characters are back together.
Yeah.
There's too
And the
many.
creation of
There's
Vision
too many
and stuff.
great Marvel movies. You know, like the bar's been set so high now. Like for Marvel movies, for me, like that. It's hard. It's gonna be hard for movies to get there. You know.
I agree.
It's gonna take like Black Panther and Avengers 4 and stuff like that to get up there, just because of the material and what's actually happening in those movies are such big scale at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Guardians for me.
We got another Marvel movie to talk about, and Kyle's going first in this round, and then it's JD,
Cool.
and then it's me. Number 10 seed, Spider-Man Homecoming. Somebody's coming home. What are you doing? You're going to come home, say hi to your mother. All right, I don't know what that is.
Fuck.
Versus number 7, It Comes at Night. There's a lot of coming, like you alluded to, JD.
A little bit of coming in this round.
Yeah,
I'm coming!
We'll
see which one shoots forward.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see which maybe prematurely might vote one through. Kyle, where are you on this one?
This is hard for me.
This is a tough one.
Because I'm getting more excited for Spider-Man as it comes about.
Yeah.
I don't know though, but that In-Come trailer. What is it called?
It Comes at Night.
It Comes at Night. Thank you. It was great. I really liked it. And man, I really liked that setting. And
Yeah.
it looks like it's gonna be not a whodunit, but like, who am I cheering for in this movie?
Yes,
Like
yeah.
so, and that's so that excites me. It could be like this year's The Guest or what is it? No, The Gift. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Or what is that movie
The Gift is
about?
a good call.
The dinner party movie. What was that?
Oh,
one?
Invitation.
Invitation. Thank you. It looks like it's gonna be like that movie of this year.
Invitation's
for
really
me.
good, dude. It's on Netflix.
So I'm gonna go that one, man. That movie really has my eye. And Spider-Man, it could just be another middle of the road, just good Marvel movie this year.
Yeah.
I think Thor's gonna be the big
Ooh,
I think that's
good
gonna
point.
be the big
Out of the MCU movies.
We're all gonna be
Yep.
talking about that movie Marvel wise at the end of this year. I think.
Right. I mean, it sounds like Logan has set the bar for this year, and it's one.
And that's it kind of stands on its own. It being outside.
I just
of
mean in
MCU,
terms of comic book movies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If we're talking about the broad spectrum of comic movie, I think that's going to be the one. I mean, that was like I would say ballpark Dark Knight levels of good.
Yeah,
it
transcended the comic book. Tropes and genres and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, man. JD, have fun with this one.
Shit, dude. I mean, I'm super hyped for Spider-Man, of course, but kind of like you said, it's probably going to be like the fourth best comic book movie we get this year.
Yeah,
that's
a good point.
Right.
So, and then throw Star Wars on there too. I mean, so I don't know, man. I think It Comes at Night has a chance to be one of the most thrilling movies of the year overall.
Absolutely.
So
It could be the underdog, like
and gorgeous.
Yeah.
To look at.
So I guess by virtue of that, I mean, I think I'm going to go with It Comes at Night. I mean, I had that higher on my list too, personally, and that was just based on the little 30-second trailer. Yeah. So we get
teaser's good though, man.
Yeah.
Teaser's really fucking good.
I think that was a fantastic teaser, and then they finally followed it up with a little bit of exposition in the next one. So yeah, let's put It Comes at Night through.
Wow, it ejaculates in the evening.
Yeah.
Is moving forward. I can't believe it. I
actually mission.
Despite the trailers not really impressing me too much, which could have been Sony's marketing instead of Disney's and Marvel's.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with Spider-Man simply because it's Marvel. Yeah. Michael Keaton, for fuck's sake, in the villain role.
I trust it.
Yeah, exactly. They're trusted. That's the best way to describe Marvel/Disney at this point. I mean, and Tom Holland is perfect in this role, even though we only saw 20 minutes of him in Civil War. You just know that he's perfect.
It was enough.
For it.
Yeah, it was enough.
And fucking Iron Man's in this, man. It's gonna be so good. I mean, I didn't even put it on my list because the trailers just kind of were like left a lot to be desired for me. I was still hyped for it. I was gonna end up voting that way, but I'm glad we're getting some indie representation in this. Well, I guess Oakjaw's a little indie.
I think this movie has the potential to be talked about like Don't Breathe last year.
Just
that
I think
kind of
so
hype
too.
level, that kind of word of mouth.
People are certainly talking about it that way now, at least in like movie talk groups and stuff.
Yeah,
like, dude, what is this movie? I'm
you
so
must
curious
see
about it.
If it comes to your town, like to watch it type of stuff.
Right.
I have to see Don't Breathe.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
it's good.
There's a lot of fucking weird, like almost laughably weird shit in it.
I wish people talked about Green Room the way they talked about Don't Breathe.
Me too.
But, but I think
if we're talking last year, I agree.
Yeah.
Even The Invitation, man. Like I was like,
I wish people talked about that movie like they did.
I wish people talked about that movie at all.
I think both of those movies are more superior than Don't Breathe, but that doesn't take anything away from how good Don't Breathe is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
From the opening shot, I'm pretty much hooked in the movie Don't Breathe. The dude is blind, right? Like they're robbing this blind dude. There's a lot of that horror trope where like the bad guy ends up where the good guys are, no matter what.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's blind. How is he? Whatever. That's fine.
Yeah. He knows his house better than anybody. He's a blind man in his own
I still don't
house.
buy it. Like he's suddenly upstairs within 5 seconds. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. And he's a Marine. I don't know. It was convenient. Yeah.
A muscular man. Plus he's Stephen Lang. You never know. I don't know.
Right.
So the next one, I'm actually going first, and this one's probably going to be a little bit easy for me. This is number 14 seed Alien Covenante.
Oh man.
Versus Atomic Blondie. Titanic.
Yes, you gotta get the tits back in there.
Sorry. Listen to last episode for details. So this is our number 3 seed, Atomic Blonde. It's that high for a reason. That trailer is so goddamn good. Yeah. And every time I watch it, I just want to like punch the air. It makes me want to like kick ass, even though I can't.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That and the Thor Ragnarok trailer, because I saw that played before Guardians for me.
Ooh,
I was just
bobbing
my head like, oh fuck yeah! Like I love that trailer, Thor Ragnarok. It's so
good.
Yep. Just two of the best trailers all year.
Yeah.
We know each other from work. Yeah.
It's so good. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
But I love the opening shot of Thor Ragnarok. The trailer is him throwing Mjolnir at Hela, and she just stops it and smiles, and I'm like, fucking, this is gonna be awesome.
Have they confirmed that she has the last Infinity Stone?
They have not.
Okay.
They haven't confirmed anything
like,
about the last one yet.
That's like largely assumed. I think.
Is that the one that brings dead people back to life? Is that the one that's left? I think that's the one that's left.
It is, yeah, and that's the one that's left, and that would make sense for her to do that because the idea is that she is.
Oh yeah,
she's
like
going to be taking
leader
the
of
place
the underworld, and
she's going to be taking the place of death. So like Thanos is trying to like impress her in the Marvel universe. In this MCU, this is all speculation. This is what people think or whatever.
Nice.
So it would make sense that she would have the ability to like kill and bring people back to life.
This is the last one before Avengers 3, so.
Actually,
Black Panther might be first, right?
I would
February?
imagine so.
Oh yeah.
February.
Yeah, because we got to check in with Cap.
But I don't think they're going to talk about Infinity Stones in Black Panther. I think they're just going to tell the Wakandan story, and that's.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
Because I mean, if they're refugees, they would have no idea what's going on outside.
I think speculation's on the nose, man. I think Thor Ragnarok's going to be going to have the last Infinity Stone in it.
Sweet.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. As far as this round goes, though, Alien Covenant reviews or not reviews, but reactions are at least hitting Twitter so far, and people are already apologizing for it in their tweets. It seems like,
man. Really,
yeah. There's a lot of, man, this is great. This is savage. I love Ridley Scott's vision of this. The third act's a little messy. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't like the movie? Just say you don't like the movie. Just say Prometheus Part 2.
You're uncommittally saying that it's good. You're like, it's great, except for that really horrible third act. It's like, well, a really horrible third act can ruin an experience, so let's not act like that's some kind of small sin or whatever,
And it's funny too, because some people are saying, because we got to remember that some people did, like legitimate critics liked Prometheus.
Yeah.
So some people
I'm going
Twitter.
to their house today.
Give me their address. Some people on Twitter are saying it's a great companion to Prometheus, and I'm like, that's not a good thing to me.
Yeah,
it's just not. So. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I don't know. When you're saying, like, I say the Hobbit movies are great companion pieces to The Lord of the Rings, because they pale in comparison to how good The Lord of the Rings is. So when you say it works as a good companion piece, that's not good to me. That's
right.
That's you just accepting that it's a lesser thing,
right,
and you just being like, it just works well within the universe it's already built or whatever.
Right.
Again, it's uncommittal positivity.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to see this in theaters. This feels like something I need to see in theaters. I want to feel that dread in theaters. Yeah. And I did hear a lot that, the unanimous opinion is that there's so much horror elements in this one.
Cool.
Okay.
And I want to be scared. I want to be terrified.
Right.
Yeah. That's what's so good. I just don't understand why he's trying to tack on, and I think he's going to do it in this movie, tack on more than an alien story. Stop making it convoluted. We just want a horror story with aliens.
Yeah.
You have no idea how excited I was for Prometheus whenever I heard that's like, no, it's a movie about like humans meeting their engineers. I was like, oh, dude,
that does sound incredible.
Rock hard for that idea, and then they fucked it all up, So like, the more that they, like you're saying, go outside of the xenomorph like kind of alien thing, like. Yeah. I don't think Ridley Scott knows what the fuck he's doing outside of that box. So
right, he's just like, no, I have a vision. I have a vision of like.
No, I have a really good idea. Yeah, you do.
You sound like James Cameron with the Avatar sequels.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, you have a great idea, Ridley. It's just you have no idea how to execute it. So I don't know. Maybe
he's at that age where he's like, who's going to tell me no? Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. I'm surrounded by yes men.
So I'm going to vote Atomic Blonde. I'm going to save my words for that when I have to defend it a little later. Kyle is next on this.
Atomic Blonde for me. I talked enough about aliens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Were you going to go Atomic Blonde anyway?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. JD was going to go Atomic Blonde. I know Alien was on your list.
I'm still super pumped to see Alien. I have a little face hugger. It's a little yellow face hugger thing I'm going to take with me to the movie. And it's even got a rubber band. I can strap it around my face.
Oh, nice.
Please
so when the movie goes to shit, I don't have to watch it.
Oh, God. That was a good
there was this guy that was wearing this thing during the third act. What's that all about?
I'm so ready for the part in the movie where these educated scientists go into a room that's pretty much just a field of alien eggs.
Yeah.
That are hatching at the moment that they enter the room, and they're like, "Oh, look at this cute little guy!
Touch that
Yeah,
fucking
let's
thing.
go check these things out. Looks like these are eggs.
This is super harmless.
Damn it!
I'm just gonna take
Like,
off my
you
helmet.
guys don't
We
have
should be good here."
procedures and protocol. Like at my work, we're just rent-a-cops, We have procedures and protocols to approach every situation.
these are military scientists. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm sure their standard operating procedures aren't just take off your mask and touch everything. You know, like.
Break dance in a room full of alien eggs.
Hey,
Yeah,
Billy
right.
Crudup
Oh man,
don't
it looks
need
like
no
these things
standard
are hatching.
operating
We should close the doors and stay here and watch it. What?
The next round, if the higher seeded one goes forward, is going to create a weird atmosphere of top notch, what looks to be top notch action movies coming up this summer. But we have the number 11 seed, King Arthur: Legend of the Sword, versus number 6 seed, Baby Driver. Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
Edgar fucking Wright. So excited. DJ JD, you're first.
Yo, it's all about that little Baby Driver for me.
What the hell is that?
Baby Driver. I don't know. I'm just
Look at the little baby driver.
That trailer was so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
And King Arthur, I think we touched on this in the last episode. It's kind of like, we're doing another King Arthur movie. Like, as hyped as I am to see Charlie Hunnam in the role, and Jude Law's in it too, right?
Yeah, he's a villain.
Yeah.
Smug as fuck villain.
Yeah, and Guy Ritchie directing, like, all the elements are there. Mm-hmm. I just genuinely think I'm more hyped to see Baby Driver at this point because it's new, it's fresh, and
it's a great idea too.
Yeah.
To just be like, you know what? We not only have we not had enough getaway driver type movies.
Yeah.
But what if we took that and put like music to it and made it like a dance?
Yeah.
Like the getaway is like a musical number pretty much.
Right.
That's gonna be
It's going to be so much fun, and I think the King Arthur has the potential to be good, but I'm probably more hyped to see Baby Driver. So.
Yeah.
Drive on.
I'm next on this one, and I'm gonna go with Baby Driver too. I mean, it's Edgar Wright is he's striking a new nerve for me that and scratching an itch I didn't have before. I think I'm just viewing his movies in a different light. I mean, because before it was just always like Scott Pilgrim was amazing and everything, but other than that, it was just like, yeah, the other stuff's all right. But I don't know, just rewatching Hot Fuzz again, I just got so much more out of that movie.
I was gonna say, man, it's better than all right.
Yeah.
You get so much out of Hot Fuzz. Is not only one of the better like action movies out there, but it's a spoof of its own genre. So it's like it's such a layered thing. I don't know. I really appreciate that movie. Maybe even in a lot more ways. Maybe even more than Shaun of the Dead, which is like the favorite of the series.
I know it is. Yeah, and it's just one that's criminally underwatched for me.
I even like I always forget the name. The one where they're going to the
World's End.
At World's End.
That movie's great. I've
really
only seen
like
it one
that
time, and I laughed my ass off that entire movie.
Yeah.
Like it's one that I need to revisit
more.
It
was really enjoyable. I do need to watch it again though.
Yeah,
me too.
Really
and that's Edgar Wright's movies. They're layered in comedy, so like you're laughing over jokes constantly. There's like subliminal jokes going on that you're not quite catching until you're on a repeat view. You know, so like I have to watch that movie more. You know, and I know a lot of people who say that's their favorite too. So you know, that's what's cool about that trilogy. Like it's pretty split with people who favor one over the other. So
it's like James McAvoy,
yeah, just like James McAvoy.
Just like James McAvoy. I have shoelaces or whatever. My shoelaces are blue.
You're not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it.
That spoiler got ruined for me, by the way.
I know because, well, I mean, the director did it, so I mean, we can't really get even mad about it.
I thought when
that's what I was telling Jeff. I was like, you know, I waited like 6 months to see this movie, and the director said something. This is on me.
But at the same time, I saw the movie. I since you guys know the spoiler now, and everybody does because M. Night Shyamalan said they're going to do a third movie.
Loosely, I don't know how it ties in story wise to Split because I still haven't seen it, but I know what.
And I've never seen the other movie that it ties in with, so I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I saw it with somebody that hadn't seen Unbreakable.
Oh,
so they were completely like, "What the fuck is? I don't what." That's They were laughing. They were like, "What's going on?"
And that's all I know is that it ties in with Unbreakable. I don't know how. I don't know how. So I think it comes out.
You know what? Actually, I'm with you. That's really all I know. I just know that they're tied in together.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
And that they're going to share.
But again,
casts
I wouldn't know
movie.
how they're tied in anyways if I read something because again, I haven't seen Unbreakable. So.
Right. I like Unbreakable a lot. It's
a good movie.
It's a slow burn like superhero movie, and it got me really invested because I watched it again after I saw Split.
Yeah,
and it got me like really invested in the family dynamic between Bruce Willis and his son in that movie.
Oh yeah,
big time. And I just thought it was just a really inventive superhero origin movie.
Yeah,
but it was like at a very, very, very human level.
Yeah, it was cool,
focusing on the mundane of it.
Yeah,
of the human life while being extraordinary, but really trying to keep a tight lid on that.
I like how M. Night Shyamalan used colors. Like the color purple in that movie was very
Yeah.
subtly used. Like he used
blues and purples were yeah.
and like he used red a lot in The Sixth Sense. So I just remember noticing that even at a younger age when I wasn't really like
I
paying
didn't even
attention
notice
to
that
shit
in
like
Sixth
that.
Sense. I noticed a lot of yellow and orange.
Oh,
in
you see
signs
red
and green.
everywhere.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah,
very
I've never
subtle,
noticed that
just
either.
like flowers at the funeral and
Interesting.
just tiny little things.
I couldn't
balloon
even,
going up in
honestly,
the air,
I couldn't
like
tell
Reservoir
you.
Dogs style.
I couldn't tell you a specific color from Split because I think he did that on purpose. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, you're dealing with
yeah. Not that it's a colorful movie, but he just didn't really decide on one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't notice that. We're giving him too much credit though, because
a little bit.
he still did
It's
Last Airbender.
kind of all
Airbender,
downhill
so.
from here.
He's
Hey,
on
trees.
he's on a path to redemption. I understand, but he still did Last Airbender. That's fresh in my mouth.
I saw that in theaters and like I've never wanted a refund more in my life.
Can I get a refund twice, please?
Seriously.
Can you pay me for
You
sitting
owe
through
me.
half an hour of that?
You owe me time.
I think I said Baby Driver on this one.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but it is Baby Driver. I'm still psyched for King Arthur, especially because, again, like Alien, reactions are hitting Twitter for King Arthur. And people that are, what I would criticize, like, I would critique them as being film snob critics.
Okay.
Because, they just don't, they tend to, like, not, they, thumb their noses at blockbusters. And they came out of King Arthur going, that was just way better than I expected it to be.
Okay.
Like, they were like, it was batshit crazy. The visuals were awesome. It was
Right.
definitely like had a Guy Ritchie gangster
Yeah.
feel to it.
And that's what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what I wanted out of the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm still hyped for that movie. But Baby Driver is going to be one. King Arthur's probably going to be one of a kind too for that story. But Baby Driver is something wholly unique, even for Edgar Wright. We're not in London anymore. We're in America with John Hamm and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
And they're talking about president's masks and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
wanted a Jason.
yeah.
What is it? Not Jason. A Mike Myers mask, and then they got like Austin Powers. And
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Instead of like
Instead of the
the killer Michael Myers. Oh no, the dude from Halloween, Jason. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of that.
That's funny.
I'm excited for it. Kyle, where would you have landed on this one? I know these are like two of like your favorites, right? Because Guy Ritchie's a big one for you.
Yeah, these are just two really beloved directors, of mine. But Baby Driver, easy for me, man. I'm just a huge Edgar Wright fan.
Yeah, sweet.
I go back and watch Spaced all the time. I mean, I just love that guy.
Yeah, you go way back in the Edgar Wright days.
Yeah.
'Cause that's one of like the first things he ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
Simon Pegg too, no less.
And that girl, I forget what her name, but she helped co-write all that show and everything.
Was she in the show?
co-star. Yeah.
Oh, like the girl from the show, like the lead girl.
Yeah, the girl from the show.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I got to go back and watch that show though, because I know you brought it up
Good
for the
stuff, dude.
reboot
Yeah, it's just-
episode.
It's really funny. Yeah.
So Baby Driver moves on. It's gonna all of our high seeds went through. Not surprising. I think this is gonna be where things get a little bit challenging.
Yeah.
Maybe not though, because the high seeds do kind of have an edge on a lot of these matchups. So the next round is Kyle's going first on this one. It is number 1 seed Dunkirk versus number 8 seed Oakjaw.
Oh God, I hate to say that this is so easy, but it's
It kind of
Dunkirk
is,
for me.
yeah.
Oakjaw's gonna be great, but Dunkirk's gonna be masterful.
Yes,
like
yeah.
I've never sat through a Chris Nolan movie and gotten up and go, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's all right. Usually my jaws drop and I'm like, oh, I'm sweating. Like,
Right.
oh, how did he create something like that? Oh my God, fuck, they're cathartic experiences for me. These Chris Nolan movies. So
I hear you.
I've got all the hype for that movie, and it moves on easy for me.
Nice. Well, we're going to a JD on the next one.
This one's a really tough one. 15 seconds of a trailer versus an epic movie that it cannot fail. No,
Sorry, that was my dog hitting with the mic with his tail. Whatever. It's okay. It's fine.
Dunkirk all the way, man. There's no way this can be bad. You want to talk about trust, like Marvel levels of trust? Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan has earned that time and time again.
Yeah.
So it can't be bad. I'm so hyped. That new trailer was amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was incredible.
Amazing. So
We're just gonna make it unanimous. Dunkirk's gonna move forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my words just in case I have to fight
Just in
against
case.
it.
Just in
I don't
case.
think I will have to, but who knows? Man, this is just a Dunkirk blowjob. That's all this episode is. That's all it's gonna be. That's fine. We're okay. We're fine. A huge Dunkirk's gonna be huge.
jerking to the Kirk.
All right, so the next round, I'm going to start this one, actually. It's Valerian and the city of Planet of the Apes Valerian in a war for the Planet of the Apes. Yeah, that's what it is, though. That's the round.
So it's a city versus a planet.
Yeah, it is. It's the oof. How in the world? You know what? There's more planets in the city that Valerian is in. But the Planet of the Apes is just one planet. So
Yeah,
Is the
but
Planet
it's
of the
of
Apes.
apes, though. You know what you're getting there.
Where's was Woody Harrelson anywhere near that movie?
no, Rihanna is though. So
Rihanna?
I don't know.
Rihanna. I don't know what that was.
That's like Michael Jackson saying Rihanna. That's what that was. Rihanna.
Got myself a monkey and a fucking zebra.
I want to do the South Park, the Mr. Jefferson.
I'm gonna go with since I'm going first. I'm gonna go with War. It's the War for the Planet of the Apes. It's the battle of the devil I know versus the devil I don't. I guess, even though there's no devil in War for the Planet of the Apes except for humanity. Humanity's terrible in those movies.
Yeah, we're kind of the worst.
Yeah, we're kind of the worst people. But at the same time, it's that humanity would totally act that way. I mean, when you see in Dawn when they're approaching the apes,
Yeah.
it's an unknown variable. Like we have sentient, like talking animals, going around. That would be fucking terrifying. We would exactly handle it the way they did in Dawn.
They went out of their way with the dialogue early on to be like, they're just monkeys. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Like, I think they said that like 3 times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is only 15 minutes in the movie. They're gonna start talking. You fucking know that.
And then what's his name? The bad ape or whatever plays on that and just acts like a dumb monkey and then kills those guys at the armory.
That was a great scene.
I love that scene.
That was a great scene.
Oh man.
He
So
just goes into monkey.
I'm gonna go with War, even though I have to see Valerian in theaters. Like I just have to. Day of. I'm pretty excited for that movie. Luc Besson is not a director that a lot of people necessarily. People kind of shit on Lucy, man. I'm kind of tired of it, but at the same time,
Yeah, me too. I'm so fucking sick of it. That movie is what it is. It's
At the same time, I'm not going to be like. I'm just tired of defending it. At the same time, I'm just not even going to bother. I'm just going to be like,
why
I liked
do you
it.
like it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I watch it with my eyeballs. What do you want me to say?
I was there and I watched it.
Yeah, I was present and took it all in.
So I'm glad Valerian made it this far, at least, into our list and stuff. I'm going for War. What's Kyle? What are you going to vote for?
I don't mean to make it sound like it's so easy for me, but like if Valerian doesn't do well, I will be crushed.
Yeah.
Like that's how hyped I am for this movie. It will crush me if this movie sucks. Like, if I'm sitting in that theater and I walk out going, ugh. Like it will crush me. Whereas like, you know, if like War of the Planet of the Apes like sucks or whatever, I'm gonna hate it. Like that's gonna suck or whatever. I'm not gonna be crushed though. Like so it's Valerian for me on that basis alone.
Okay.
All right, makes sense. I'm not mad. We're at a point now where like all these movies I kind of fucking want to see, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
JD, well now that you're educated on Dawn, I guess.
Personally, I think for me it's War of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Over Valerian. Having come off Dawn for the first time, I'm just freshly invested in the emotion of that series. Valerian, all the ingredients are there. It looks like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
So as far as my personal hype, I'm definitely more excited to see War. I'm definitely seeing that in the theaters.
Yeah, known unknowns, there's a safety to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Valerian, I'm going to have to see in the theaters too, probably, but I don't know.
Sorry for any additional noises anybody hears in the background. My dog is being a jackass right now.
He's up at the table.
He probably wants to go outside, but it's not happening. All right, so the next round, JD starts first. Oh, good. You get your word in here. So you started first on the last Guardians round too.
Oh, great.
So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 fights It Comes at Night. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Again, one could say the exact same movies.
Totally.
Identical.
Totally.
Yeah, really, they go over the same subject matter, same themes.
Yeah.
Sure, there's an open door somewhere on Peter's ship. And somebody doesn't know who the fuck opened it. So
I know, and it's a big deal because if you leave a door open on a ship,
Absolutely.
you know, like everyone could die. So it's as
and it's funny you mention that because the entire time of Guardians, you're like, who's the bad guy? So I mean, it's great.
Oh, I see.
That's true. No, you're right. See, here we go.
Still gonna be Guardians for me, just because I am still personally very anticipated to see it. It comes at night. When does that even come out?
Night.
I don't even know. Jackass.
What day does that come out?
June. I think it's in June. Yeah, they moved it up. It's a early June release.
So the hype could still build up a little bit more for that movie for me, and it could eventually get to that point. But right now, my Guardians hype is so real. I want to get out. I want to leave here right fucking now and just go see it tonight. Actually,
go for it.
Bye.
I would say I'd see it again with you, but I don't know if I can. It's not like a movie like I hated or whatever that I can't see again. It's just too soon. Yeah. There's some parts that I'm like.
I just feel like you're trudging through it again.
You saw Suicide Squad twice in theaters. I think you could see this one twice.
I agree.
Threw up a little.
Just not so soon. Just not so soon. So Suicide Squad, I waited a couple weeks to see it again in theaters.
You should have waited a couple lifetimes.
I hated it all over again. Whereas my dad and my brother, because it was their first time seeing it, they didn't see the flaws that I saw again. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, it's under a microscope the second time.
Oh, yeah, the second time I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just so many times.
I hate all of this.
Why is he a fucking chicken leg randomly? What the fuck is going on in this movie?
I read bought Suicide Squad and just wrote "don't" on the disc. I turned it back.
You probably
just replace it with a better movie.
Yeah.
Just return it.
Don't. It was that fucking bad.
Oh, man. Guardians is one of those, like I was telling you, the only reason I can't see it again so soon is because there are some scenes in the middle where there's like a lot of talking and exposition and like a lot of, I remember when this, that, and the third, and when my daughter and my son, my sister or whatever, and I'm like, why oh my god, we're doing this with characters I already know about, like I don't need to, whatever.
It seems a little out of place for a sequel too.
You feel like any other Marvel movie would just kind of be like, let's put an action scene right here.
Yeah.
But they didn't put a cushion in there, so you wouldn't get tired of the talking. That's the only like real negative for repeat viewings in that movie. But I'm definitely going to see that movie again. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to make buttloads of money. It's already probably projected to make 150, a little bit over 150 this weekend, which is probably I think like the fourth or third biggest May opening ever. I don't know what the other ones are, but they had to have been huge.
Yeah.
Huge. The first Guardians did make like 80 million if we're comparing the opening weekend. So I mean, that's how big this movie is.
Yeah.
It's a juggernaut of a movie. I'm really excited for It Comes at Night. I feel like I should go with Guardians here out of fairness. Because, I mean, honestly, people are really, really hyped for this movie.
Yeah.
Like, Kyle and I saw it night of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
which says something.
Had to see it.
So
Yeah.
being objective, obviously,
Yeah.
are you going to go see It Comes at Night on day one?
probably.
Okay.
I won't. Yeah, I won't.
It depends on what else comes out that day.
Yeah.
I think it's the weekend after Wonder Woman, so it depends on what comes out that weekend after.
So if you're not busy seeing Wonder Woman for the fifth time.
The weekend after is the only thing coming out that I want to see. I think Transformers might be that weekend or some bullshit. You know what I mean? Some bullshit movie.
Cancel all your plans.
Yeah. So instead of some bullshit movie, I'll be in It Comes at Night.
Okay, cool.
So I will be seeing that probably night of. But Guardians, though, it's if we're going back and gonna go back in time and stuff like that, and thinking of how audiences are anticipating it, it makes sense to pick that one.
Okay.
Kyle, where would you go on this one?
Guardians, because movie's fucking hilarious. You're gonna laugh your dick off. It's,
Oh my god, yeah.
It's so funny. There's so many moments that are like, man, gut wrenching.
Yes.
It's so funny. Not chuckle laughs. Not like smart ass Tony Stark like quip lines. You're gonna be billowing in laughter. It's great. So,
sweet.
You're not gonna hear
absolutely.
lines of dialogue because you're gonna be laughing so hard.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the laughs in this movie, and you're gonna get a lot of feels too. You're gonna get a lot of feelings, especially if you grew up having dad issues. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's very much a dad-centric movie, kind of like Empire was at the end there.
Yeah.
I see what they did. What they did there.
Okay.
Clever what they did there.
All right.
Kurt Russell, great casting, by the way. Perfect casting.
Oh, he's
Sweet.
so
Yeah.
charismatic. I fucking love him.
Yeah.
Man.
Perfect casting for a
even when he
character
shows
named
up
Ego.
in like Fast and the Furious, I'm like, God damn it! You're just adding a whole nother layer to this movie.
And he was still great in the eighth one. Is the dumbest one they've done yet, I think. Well, maybe not dumber than Tokyo Drift, but because that movie's fucking stupid.
That movie's really stupid. I'm gonna build the Mustang, but I'm gonna give it the innards of a Skyline. Why? That wouldn't even. Okay, you know what? It's fine. Just buy a Sky. Just fuck it. Never mind. A Mustang wouldn't even fit on the narrow roads of Tokyo. You know what? It's fine. Never mind.
Oh, you're talking about on that level. I just meant from a perspective of like a dude who's like 30 pretending to be 16 or
I
whatever.
know. Well, now he's 40.
And also on top of that, he's like, I'm a good old country boy, and he's suddenly the best racer in Japan. Get the fuck out of here!
God.
Exactly. Well, and now he's 40, pretending to be 18. So yeah,
Right, exactly.
It all worked out, yeah.
But Kurt Russell is still a joy to watch in Fate of the Furious, even if that movie is so stupid. I'm kind of glad I saw it though. I mean, it's definitely felt like something I should have seen in theaters.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bummed because I'm not gonna be able to see that movie in theaters. But
it's fine. You'll see it.
Well, I meant like just see, that's the place to see that movie.
That's
if
true.
If you're gonna watch it,
there are some set pieces that are like, ooh, that's kind of cool, even though the CG kind of looks very fake.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? But in terms of like other blockbusters like Transformers and Pirates of the Caribbean, which I actually heard was good. This one,
Pirates.
Like, I'll believe it when I see it. Which is when I see it, by the way, will probably not be in theaters. All right, so. But yeah,
do not give them any more money. Yeah,
I'm skipping out on those blockbusters. Sorry to everybody. I guess that might be like, where are those? Like, where's that? Baywatch. I'm probably going to see day one, to be honest, especially because it comes out on a Wednesday. So, it's it's a no-brainer. What am I doing on a Wednesday?
Right,
seeing Baywatch. That's what I'm doing. It looks funny. Didn't make this list, sorry. But yeah, Transformers, though, we've been burned way too many times with those movies. Not happening.
Yeah.
It'll make tons of money. It'll probably make the top 10 for the summer box office this year. Along with movies that we're not going to see, like Cars 3 or Despicable Me 3.
Gross.
I mean, because kids go to those movies and see them again and again, they're going to be in the top 10 summer box office, unfortunately.
True.
Anyway, Guardians is going to be huge, though. Maybe number 1 this year in terms of summer box office. Maybe number 2. Maybe Cars 3 might take that one. People love that fucking franchise, dude.
They really
do.
my
god. And it's been years, so it's been 10 years.
Oh god.
Yeah, Cars 3 needs a little more dick jokes if they're gonna take.
I agree.
Number 1
So
spot.
the next round is Kyle goes first for this one. Oh man, this is a fun one. Atomic Blonde versus Baby Driver.
Oh fuck you. Oh god, Atomic Blonde versus Baby Driver. Dude, I have no idea.
No, this is tough. This is very, very challenging. These are like on par. And
right.
for me, these are on par with each other in terms of
me
like,
too. Yeah, I'm having a hard time right now because like I want to just go Atomic Blonde just because I love people getting shot in the face, which sounds sadistic to me. They're my types of movies. I love high octane action, especially like badass Charlize Theron just kicking the shit out of people. Like this movie's right up my alley or whatever.
Yeah.
But Edgar Wright's proven. You know what I mean? Like his.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we're getting a good Edgar Wright movie with this Baby Driver, and it just looks fun and funny. But goddamn, I don't know. Just because if Atomic Blonde is successful, like we're gonna get Atomic Blonde 2. We're never gonna get a Baby Driver 2. So like out of pure like selfishness of maybe getting a new action franchise, which is awesome coming into this action renaissance we're living in right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Atomic Blonde.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Fuck, I'm last. JD is next in this one.
It's not gonna matter. Kyle made a great point. The potential action franchise trajectory is there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to be Atomic Blonde. That trailer was fucking awesome.
It was, man.
So stylized.
And I'll stand by it. That was definitely my favorite trailer of everything that I watched for this episode. So yeah, I have no problem voting that through. But
hell, we might just watch it again after this.
I put it on right now. Who cares? But that's no disrespect to Baby Driver. I mean that's gonna be an awesome little standalone gem of Edgar Wright's for sure.
And sometimes things can just be an original idea that's a standalone.
Yeah,
I'm
okay
with that for Baby Driver.
Yeah, not to say that I'm picking this because it's gonna get a sequel and sequels are better, but like, but yeah,
because they're not always.
You do not need a Baby Driver 2, even if it's amazing. It's gonna be perfect as a standalone movie.
Teenage Driver.
Teenage Driver. They call me Teenage. That doesn't make any sense. Neither did Baby.
Then you go to post-pubescent Driver.
Yeah, right. Old Man Driver.
Old Man Driver. It's just Gran Torino, basically.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Get these motherfuckers off my lawn.
That's good.
Meow meow. Or whatever he says her name was. In Gran Torino. Have you ever seen Gran Torino? Have you, Kyle?
No.
Oh,
okay.
that's a good one, man.
That's a good
I
one.
know it's good, but it's a whole movie
Is that
about
what he calls
racism. I don't know. We'll see.
It's been like 5
Oh
years
no!
since
It's.
I've
I mean,
seen
the
that.
racism is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's terrible to say, but I mean, Clint Eastwood being an old man racist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Old man
right.
racist
But
that
he
drinks
befriends.
PBR.
He befriends the people that he's like. It's his neighbors and stuff.
Yeah.
And he
Okay.
befriends them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not really like about race. It's not like the.
It's
a
a
movie
story-
that's blatantly about like dear white people. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Like it's
Okay.
just that's
Yeah.
the premise of
The
the movie.
tension is just there within the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's old. Did all like I can't mention old enough. Like
Yeah.
he's super old.
Yeah.
Went to war, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Still has hang-ups about his Vietnamese neighbors and
Yeah.
calls them all these racial slurs and stuff, and they just shrug it off and go, "He's fucking old."
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's just stuck in his ways.
It's like that guy you see at the bank that you're just like, that fucking guy.
Yeah.
It's good though. It's funny in the wrong ways.
Yeah.
I mean offensive ways.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be offensive.
You're
but
gonna feel
laughing-
really guilty
You're laughing,
laughing.
going, "Jesus Christ, you can't say that."
Yeah.
It's good. It's really good though. It's a really fulfilling movie. I was actually gonna make an argument for Baby Driver, but it doesn't matter. So Atomic Blonde. It's fine.
What would you have said? I'm curious.
Oh, what I
mean,
basically
we
said-
love that movie.
Well, I
so-
mentioned it.
trailer.
I mentioned it's cool to have a movie that's going to be like an original thought that's like its own standalone movie, and that I would have just kind of fought for that a little bit more.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Majority rules.
You're right. It doesn't matter, and your opinion doesn't matter. So.
All right. Well, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna.
you're right.
I'm just
All right,
gonna
that's
head
fine.
out. I'm just gonna go walk. I'm just gonna go walk the dog at this point because I know he wants to be walked anyway. He hasn't been in this room for like most of I don't know. He's probably pissing and shitting out there for all I know.
Yeah, all right. I'll show you.
Yeah. The next round involves two wars. One is World War II, specifically in the area of Dunkirk, and the other is for the Planet of the Apes. And I start this one.
Nice.
This should be. I'm more like 70-30 on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm still majority Dunkirk.
Yeah.
But War for the Planet of the Apes looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dunkirk all the way. Majority rules in my head too. So Kyle, where are you going on this one?
Gotta go Dunkirk, man.
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
We're almost done Kirk with
Done
this
with Kirkin.
episode because we're just gonna pretty much just say Dunkirk. We don't even need to do the next round. Dunkirk's gonna win.
You think so?
I don't know.
All
We'll
right.
find out.
We'll find
We'll
out.
see how we feel in like 5 seconds.
Guardians is gonna win, even though we were kind of lukewarm on it. Oh boy! All right, so Dunkirk for me. Kyle. Kyle said Dunkirk. JD, where would you have gone here?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The Kirk.
The Kirk.
Totally.
Yeah. Is this a sequel to? Nope. I got nothing. I was gonna make a joke.
It's a sequel to Start Kirk.
Start Kirk.
I
Now
thought
we're-
I could just
now
start
we're
saying
done.
something, and I was wrong.
Oh man. Yeah, I got nothing. That was not even worth it.
Nope.
So the next round, JD starts again with Guardians.
Jesus, man.
Guardians
me?
of the Galaxy Volume Dos. Let's fight for the third one.
The hype is real.
Yeah, he's writing it right now, man. There's some end credit scenes that got me fucking hyped for the third one.
Cool.
Oh my god, no
Yeah,
shit!
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Guardians versus Atomic Blonde.
I mean, it's a lot harder of a choice than I'm going to make it out to be. But
Yeah.
it's Guardians. I mean, that's the first one on the docket this summer for me. So I've been hyped about that for a long time. Atomic Blonde is still relatively new. I just saw the trailer 2 weeks ago. I've been hyped for Guardians for 2 years.
Yeah.
Ish. Ever since Marvel released the schedule that had going up through like 2019. So, it's going to be Guardians for me for sure. So
Okay.
I'll let you guys duke it out.
Yeah, I think this is where when it starts to get hard is when Kyle and I can go, okay,
Yeah.
now that we've seen the
now-
movie.
yeah.
My hype is real for Atomic Blonde at this point. I'm not even going to use hypotheticals about going back in time and imagining how hyped I was for Guardians.
Right.
We're actually going to finally have our first like split. Well, I mean, Baby Driver would have been split if I went in the middle or something.
True.
Even though I would have gone against it with Baby Driver, I think I'm going to go with Atomic Blonde here.
Okay.
I mean, this could... I know you mentioned franchise. This could be another franchise, but this still could not be also. This could be just a
True.
one-time thing. Another original idea that just... And at the risk of being called an SJW, I mean, we got a woman kicking ass and taking names. And it's not like, look at that woman kicking ass. She's just
Right.
doing it. It's just
Right.
like, Charlize Theron just knows how to pick those roles, man. Because in Mad Max Fury Road, she did that too. And it wasn't like, these women are, look at how these women go.
Right.
They just did
They were
the
just
things
there.
They were just there doing the things that they needed to do. That
you
was
don't match. You
necessary.
didn't coordinate.
Right.
DC.
Yeah, I have a feeling more than once we're going to see a lot of like lecturing from men or whatever. Like, surely she can't do that. She's a woman.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right.
She can and she will.
Just let her just do the thing that she's going to do.
Yeah.
No woman could take a punch from a man like that.
Yeah.
Did that woman just stop bullets? Surely. Well, they might not have seen that by that point.
Yeah.
So, to be fair,
Yeah.
she did stop bullets.
Yeah.
That's the priority, not the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm going to go with that because there's literally almost no female-led action movies. So even if it is a franchise, there you go. Boom, it's a franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to go with that. Like
be
we
cool.
mentioned the trailers, too.
Yeah.
Best trailer I've seen all year. And colorful as shit.
Yeah.
Seems like they're going to go for a lot of neon feels in this one.
It's always buzzing.
Always buzzing just like neon. John Mayer reference.
Shameless
Bigger than my podcast.
All right.
Not coming soon. All right, so just go listen to our first 13 or whatever, however many episodes we did.
We're on 15 now, man.
So Kyle,
I'm gonna have to go. Damn. You know, I keep on saying I really enjoyed Guardians, but you know, we rank it about the same, you know, in terms of like how it shows up on our Marvel list or whatever. But it's Atomic Blonde for me, man. You know,
Yes.
dude, we're getting two
I
John
totally
Wick
understand
movies. We're
it.
getting two John Wick movies this year. You know, like, come on, you know, it's great
that's
stuff.
amazing, right?
You know, it's
What a time.
awesome stuff. You know, and it's gonna be really interesting to see. Like, oh, so those elements of the first John Wick movie was this director, and the other director was kind of like more focused on this stuff. It'll be cool to kind of see the different flavors, how they splinter off, and to do their own movies. So yeah, it's Atomic Blonde for me.
And they both seem to have obviously visual styles too. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
which is great. I mean, just judging from Atomic Blonde's trailer, but at least in John Wick Chapter 2, we did see a lot more color and
Ooh
I
yeah.
don't know, just the way they frame certain shots. It's like they're just learning more or whatever. And I'm glad that they were like, you know what? Instead of revolutionizing the action genre or re-revolutionizing whatever, rebuilding it together all the time, let's separate. You know, we've had our experience directing. Let's separate and continue to revolutionize it. And I'm glad they're doing it. I mean, I know the Raid was probably the catalyst maybe, but John Wick, what these guys are doing, man, the action genre, it's in for a hell of a boost right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Atomic Blonde is there. I mean, I don't know if I know Charlize Theron's an ass kicker in this movie, but there's no way she's going to beat Dunkirk's ass. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
No chance.
So I don't even know. I don't even care about the order. Kyle, you go first. Just go ahead.
Yeah, it's Dunkirk.
All right, JD, what's
Dude.
all right? All right,
Dunkirk.
now for them. So I guess we're Dunkirk with this episode. So
Yeah.
Dunkirk. I didn't even say that much about Dunkirk because I thought I would have to like argue against it at some point.
In what
kinda
world did you
thought
think
going
that was
this
going to
way.
happen?
I don't know. So we're honestly,
You're
I
like,
think if we
Dunkirk
recorded
versus
before you guys had
Guardians,
seen
let me pull
Guardians-
out my trump card. You know?
right?
If we'd recorded before you guys had seen Guardians, there might have been a little bit of a contention at the end.
Maybe.
Possibly.
If not for by that point, I would have used the reviews against Guardians.
Yeah.
Because the reviews were kind of like, it wasn't as good as the first.
Yeah, it's like, well, what
So
is?
I would have been like, well, Guardians is its own thing,
Yeah.
and Christopher Nolan does no wrong in my eyes, so...
There you go.
That's right, I said it, people that don't like Interstellar for some reason.
Why? How?
Marv.
Let's go through this wormhole real quick.
I'm just gonna go in this
I just
wormhole.
want to go. You got
Now that we're in space,
let me
can
go,
you
Marv.
explain to me wormholes?
Why is it a sphere? Can you draw it for me?
Here's a pen and paper.
Can I drive my Lincoln through it?
Hey, can you show me that thing that they did in that other movie real quick? They literally
That's
stole,
true.
They literally
They did.
stole that from
They did.
Event
Was it Event
Horizon?
Horizon? Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
Hey.
you take a piece of paper and you fold it. That's time and space.
Surf's up, Murph.
It's love, Murph. It's quantifiable.
Hey, Marv, I'm just gonna go to this dark tower real quick.
You guys have any bookshelves in this dark tower?
Jesus Christ. Alright, so we're really excited for Dunkirk, though.
Yeah.
God, I can't.
It looks
wait.
like one of the most practically made war
Yeah.
movies, even though some of the aerial shots with it seems like he's attaching a camera to the plane. He started doing that in Interstellar. Because
with
they
some
did that
of his
with the
flight
ship.
shots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that with the ship, but that was all green screen because I saw the behind the scenes and they had like a actual like like actual size of plane or whatever they want to call it, ship or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you call those things, the smaller ones. Will you stop playing with the bowl out there? My dog's being an asshole. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's funny.
He's like licking his food bowl. It's like, all right, I know, dude, I know.
Fucking get it.
But yeah, he started toying with that a little bit, the camera on the side of the ship thing. And so I wonder if that is legitimate green screen or not, because, I mean, we know those planes fly.
Yeah.
So clearly he could have had somebody, for real, fly one of those old planes, put a camera on it, and fly it around for real. I mean, the only thing that might be not real is the explosions and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's hungry. My fucking dog is trying to end this podcast here.
He's like, fuck Dunkirk.
The only thing I have a concern about, Dunkirk might be our number one in terms of like what we're most excited for. I don't know if it's going to make the box office or not.
Yeah.
Even though Christopher Nolan's movies tend to do that, like Interstellar did well,
Yeah.
Inception did well.
Yeah.
Any non-Batman Christopher Nolan movie kind of does well now because of the Batman movies.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see The Prestige or...
Yeah, they didn't do that well.
there was another early one.
They,
Memento. I didn't
they
see
did
that
well
one in
after the
theaters.
fact,
Oh
but
my God,
they didn't do well because it was pre-Batman.
Right.
Or at least pre-Dark Knight, I should say.
Yeah.
But in terms of like a Dunkirk, it's there's no. I mean, Tom Hardy, you know Tom Hardy, but there's no like where are all the stars in this movie that you like hinge your entire movie on? Like, there's no Matthew McConaughey, there's no
Yeah,
Leo
you have
DiCaprio.
Cillian Murphy and Tom Hardy, but I don't think either of them are the stars. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, it seems like no names are stars, is my understanding.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I remember him casting a
I'm
lead
cool with
that was
that.
never in a movie before.
cool with
Right,
to my
yeah,
knowledge.
and the Jonas Brothers will be there, so that'll be good.
Yeah, Jonas, of course, One Direction, and what's the other band? The Wanted will be there. Backstreet Boys will be there. It's gonna be crazy. It could be. I mean, it's 40 fucking thousand.
Yeah,
how
right.
many
The
it
whole
is.
goddamn planet's probably on that.
And he hired
that
legit all those extras. Like, they hired all those extras for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. But I don't know. I mean, it depends on word of mouth. If word of mouth is this is like a perfect, immaculate movie, then it could make the top 10. But otherwise, because of like the lack of familiarity, and it's not, people have more of an obsession here about American soldier stories than, because this is just nothing but English soldiers and French soldiers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they might kind of be like,
Yeah. If it ain't American, fuck it.
where is that? Can I just go rewatch American Sniper?
Yeah.
All right.
Chris Scott.
Chris Collins, Jesus. All right. Anyway, now that we've offended, like, even... Well, no. Let's be real. People, like, rednecks don't listen to this. All right, so...
Hey, those guys over at Entertournament know what the fuck
Oh,
they're
yeah,
talking
if I want
about.
to know a little bit about movies, I go to that Entertainment
like,
champion.
yeah, exactly. Like, they know what It Comes at Night is. Come on, get the fuck out of
I
here.
pulled into a Love's and listened to their whole catalog. It's like, sure you did.
They're going to see The Case for Christ for the 5th time right now instead of listening to this. All right.
Yeah, they didn't talk once about that Shaq movie.
The Shack. Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Garbage.
Oh, it does, dude.
Oh my God! Hey, get Sam Worthington and let's put him in a movie about Jesus.
Worthless tin. Let's get him out here.
Worthless.
Jesus. All right, now that we ended on that note, so that's the show. Dunkirk is the one that we're the most excited about.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the Christians that are offended by those jokes. I don't know. What the fuck?
Pray for
I'm not
us.
sorry. Just you.
I guess. See more intellectually challenging movies in those movies. That's all I'm
I
saying.
want to stay in my box.
Yeah. Don't let me outside my box, Merv.
Like, see silence. See silence, Murph. Murph. Because silence will make you, like... makes you question things. Not question faith. But I don't know. It just it still makes me think. I can't even tell you
Yeah.
how that movie made me feel. Like, I just can't. Like, it's just... all it does is make you ask questions. Whether or not... regardless of what you believe.
Right.
Anyway. Good show, guys. Even though it was just a Dunkirk, sucking Dunkirk's... Duncock.
The teat.
Sucking that Duncock.
Who?
I'm gonna have a fun jerk about this afterwards.
Jerk it to the Kirk, brah.
That's man. If I could get away with titling it the episode that, I would, but I'm not going to.
Wait, we can't name it Fun Jerk.
No, I mean jerk it to the Kirk.
Jerk it to the Kirk.
Jerk it to the Kirk. Ooh, I like that. Wow, we should.
Try to do it. Who cares?
No, I'm not going to do that. So Kyle, where can people locate you besides like caves and stuff?
Yeah, I actually have internet, so it actually feels like I'm out of a cave for the first time in weeks. So you can maybe catch me on writing and streaming stuff now that my internet is back and running for subculture.com.
Woo!
Oh,
sorry, that was loud.
That's it. That's the only place I'm at. You can't find me anywhere else.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, I'm on Twitter at Jeff Whitty, Widdy, and I might eventually start a Twitter for the podcast that I run. This one and the Bigger Than My Podcast. Maybe not, though. It's better if people find me there. Anyway, what else is there? What else is going on out there? That's like the worst podcast banter. Anyway, so what are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Cool.
Just chilling.
All right. I also write on HorrorGeekLife.com. I just put up an article about movies that you should be psyched for in May, and Pirates of the Caribbean did not make the list, and that was not a mistake. I did manage to put an Amy Schumer movie in there because people hate Amy Schumer, and I'm fucking tired of that shit.
Yeah,
that was the entire reason I put it up there, is to go, shut the fuck up, she's still funny.
Okay.
Because those trailers made me laugh. Anyway, go read that if you want to read about Amy Schumer. I guess nobody really likes her anymore, though, unfortunately.
No one does.
That's a real shame. So I write there, and I'm still got like 7 Dallas International Film Festival reviews to write. I'm so behind.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just got so tired after writing like 6 of them. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to think of where else. Bigger Than My Podcast I mentioned. No, that's it. Anyway, JD, you're here on this podcast.
That's it. Well,
Okay.
I'm Bigger Than My Podcast.
Oh yeah, you're on
My
that
other
too.
stuff.
We might do an episode coming up.
I
don't
hope
know.
so.
We might search for it or
We should-
everything.
I think we'll find it.
I don't know.
You'll just hold on.
People aren't going to get the John May references that listen to this. Anyway,
we don't have any overlapping fandom.
No, I don't. Probably not.
It's a shame.
I don't know. I think one at least.
At least one.
At least one liked our page for Entertournament.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That's nice.
I can't remember who it was though. Anyway, so thanks for sticking around. Next up, Kyle and I are going to talk about games. The quarter one. I guess we can call it quarter one.
Quarter
plus
one
gaming or whatever.
look back.
Yeah, because we played a lot, and I just got my Switch, and I have a lot to. I don't really have a lot to say, but I have things to say.
Yeah.
You'll have more as you get more into the game, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. And that's,
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, because the launch is, I would call it a weak launch in terms of titles.
Yeah.
Zelda's about it.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Yeah.
But it seems like...
I'll get Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Mario
but
Kart's awesome. I've been playing a
the
lot.
Wii's always
Sure
been
it is.
a late spring, early summer.
Mm-hmm.
All Wii's have released around this time of year. And then by Christmas, it's pretty
Stacked
It's pretty
lineup
stacked.
again, yeah.
Yeah, and you can go to Target and get all the shit that you spent $600 on for like $300 at Christmas.
Yeah, gaming is like the reverse movie season.
Yeah.
Because they don't release all their shit in the summer, like,
No.
at all.
At all.
Not at
No.
you would think that they would, because
I know.
Because
That's
kids are out of school.
Target
Or
audience
yeah,
are-
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
It, makes,
they
I
don't
mean,
have
it never made
obligations
sense to
anymore.
me. They're like, hey, let's
they-
just go dry during the summer months. It's like,
Yeah, but it's mostly, Kyle, it's mostly like Q1, Q4, right?
yeah, mostly.
Like, those are like most of the big releases are there.
Q2 and Q3 are usually, not this year. This year has been unrelenting.
Yeah.
Just not, like, stop it.
Yeah, some of Q2 has been that way, but I'm expecting like the latter part of Q2 and the start of Q3 to be like, okay, now I can catch up.
When when are they releasing Skyrim for the Switch? Is that
Summer.
Soon?
Summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, summer.
Are y'all
nice.
both going to get that?
I will because I want
yeah,
a portable.
that game's gonna be
That's
so...
one of the most intriguing things for me, because
Oh my God.
it
Being
didn't
able-
run very well on my PC
Yeah.
back in the day before I made some upgrades, and so
Yeah.
it kind of soured me from the game, because
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, it looked like shit for me, so I stopped.
Oh.
The shadows were all like, bleh. They look. It looked like Nintendo 64 Zelda with the blocky shadows.
Oh,
Every time I
God.
went into a dungeon, I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's about to crash.
Yep, I
Yeah.
can't do this. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, and there's like mods to make it look better. Imagine how that
Yeah.
would look on
Oh,
yours.
I have a mod that makes the sun the Me Gusta meme, or the moon
What?
the Me Gusta meme. It's fantastic.
It's so stupid.
I just made the dumbest mods to it.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk games though. We're gonna do like it's a one episode game thing, and then after that, we're gonna talk about the best of all time single camera TV sitcoms.
Yeah.
Why single camera? Because there was fucking a lot when I googled
Yeah,
sitcoms.
there were. I couldn't believe how many of my favorite like comedy shows of all
Yeah.
time were like single cameras
Yeah.
shows. So.
Exactly, but at the same time, that means multicam is more like nostalgic sitcoms, like '90s, like Home and all that stuff. And, it's all of that, and on top of like How I Met Your Mother, and not that it would make the list, but like Big Bang Theory, 2 and a Half Men, those are multicam shows.
Yeah.
There's some other ones too that either they do laugh track or
Yeah.
they do live audience. There's some other ones currently, but they're just not as good.
How I Met Your Mother might have cracked mine, but probably not a lot of the other ones. I like
If
How
we
I
did a
Met Your Mother.
multicam one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would probably be my number one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, multicam show. Yeah, for me.
Yeah,
for
we'll
sure.
do that eventually. Maybe it'll change. Who knows?
I think
But,
How I Met Your Mother deserves an entire episode to itself to dissect.
Yeah.
I know we
we
doing that.
talked about doing best episodes.
Yeah, dude.
That's going to be fucking hard.
I'm already
It'd be
through
so
season
hard.
7
How do you even
on a rewatch.
I would have to rewatch the entire thing and just make notes like, oh, that was
Yeah.
a great episode. Or
I know.
This was
I
a
did-
great episode.
I did really well for the first 2 seasons note-wise, and then I just dropped off because I started just churning through them.
Exactly. I'm
yeah.
literally probably just going to be like, just Wikipedia and then be like, oh, what was that one again? And then just
Yeah,
kinda look
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
And if I don't recognize the title, it's just like, okay, well, that's not a good one then.
I mean, there's
you know what I mean?
the Marshall's dad episode.
Yeah,
that one
that's
is like
the is it Bad News? I think it's called Bad News or something
yes.
like that.
Yep.
God, talk about an episode that
that
just
one
kicks you right in the dick.
ripped
Yeah.
my balls out.
Dick kick
Yeah.
over and over again. And then the episode right after is a great follow up.
They follow that
Yep.
up with the Oh Honey
The
one,
last
right?
words one. No,
Oh,
it's last
honey,
words.
I like that episode too, though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the last words one is the funeral.
That's right.
That's the one that's right after Bad News.
That's the one where Robin's like, "I got what you need."
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
too. And they're always trying to make Marshall laugh, but everything else around that,
Very
those
serious.
subplots are fine. But
Yeah.
everything else around that about last words is
Yeah.
like it really made me think.
Yeah.
And everybody's acting in that scene where he listened to the voicemail and his dad told him that he loved him and stuff.
Everything about that was.
And
great.
everybody's around him is crying like hysterically. I'm like, oh my god, this
Yeah.
that's those 2 episodes just fucking broke me, man.
Yeah.
It was so good.
That was good.
Yeah. But even so, watching the earlier seasons was when I came up with like we should probably do a best episodes because they had some great shit in the early.
Yeah,
going.
people
They
are
really-
always
really
like,
creative
the
stuff.
last season of How I Met Your Mother is a little lackluster. It's like, what are you talking about? You know,
I
Like,
loved every episode.
I
man.
really enjoyed that entire last season. I think there was a lot of great gags, and
They
I
did
think
something.
it
They did
worked.
an entire rhyming episode. They did the
Yeah.
finale, of course,
all
is
the
one of the
rhyming
best ones
episode
for
was
me.
awesome. Yeah.
I still love the finale, and I'll apologize for it all day if I need to. I don't
Yeah.
care.
I wish we'd gotten more than just one season with the inevitable
Yeah.
mother.
Yeah.
Because I liked their chemistry.
She was so good.
She was
with
Yeah,
So-
she's,
yeah,
she's
everybody.
adorable.
Yeah.
She's perfect for Ted.
Yeah.
You know, and then I just wish we got another season. I needed one more season, I thought. But
And then their first meetup, I'm starting to get chills thinking of it.
Yeah.
Their first meetup, the chemistry was just instantaneous. Even though that
Yeah.
probably wasn't their first meeting, obviously she auditioned and all that stuff.
right.
But it felt like, I don't know, man.
It felt very genuine, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. And I think I've only seen those last 2 seasons once. So once I hit season 8, I'll be rewatching both of 8 and
Yeah.
9 for the first time.
Same
Yeah.
here. Same here. It's like 7 through 9 was like, maybe I've watched twice.
It's because I started 1 through 6 on Netflix, and then I started watching it live
Yeah.
as they aired. So it was
Season 4 right now I'm in the middle of, not the best season.
no.
It's a Stella season.
Yeah, I don't like the Stella stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
I like the
yeah,
Victoria stuff.
I kind of like what the conclusion of it. Like, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, it was
think
important.
the tragedy
It was really
is,
important.
like, really forming for Ted or whatever. But like, yeah, that stuff isn't great. And she's kind of like, I would have never married that bitch.
No.
She's insufferable.
What a,
Right.
yeah, what a bitch! And I love Elliot Reed. You know, like that's like my dream girl or whatever. You know,
I know,
like
man. I know you're a big Scrubs
kind of
guy,
like
yeah.
a narcissistic mess or whatever. You know, like I'm all
Yeah.
about that. Like, yeah, get me into that. But like she was just a bitch in this. You know, like
Yeah, I know.
the things that
And-
she'd get mad at Ted about. You know,
Right.
like oh my god, it'd make me so mad.
And eventually she'd come around, but at the same time, that kind of
Right.
made me go, she's not going to last.
Yeah,
You know,
oh, no,
Even though their
yeah.
chemistry was, the dude can have good chemistry with any woman, it seems
Yeah.
like.
And,
I mean,
and,
damn.
man, what she did to him, fuck her. Yeah,
I know,
Yeah,
man.
God
But
damn
you know
it.
what? That's why we got the Schmosby videos, the wedding, the best man videos.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. The,
Fucking do it,
the
Schmosby,
Wedding
fucking do
Bride. What are those movies called? The Wedding.
The Wedding Bride,
The Wedding
yeah.
Bride.
No
Oh
can
my
do's,
God,
Bill,
those are
baby
so
doll.
Newsville.
So no
Chris
can
can
do
stand.
I say that in my real life, you know. I
Yeah.
fucking love those gags. They're so good. And his stupid like boots that he always kicks up on the desk
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
The red cowboy boots,
I'm
yeah.
Ned Mosby.
And he's always doing pratfalls that are like illogical, make no sense.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god. So fucking funny.
Teddy Westside.
Yeah, there's a lot of great gags recurring. We could even do best gags, but Slapbat would just be number 1 anyway.
Yeah.
It's just one of the best recurring gags ever.
Yeah.
Come Again for Big Fudge is a good one.
Yeah. I like anything private, general. You know.
Yeah.
General information. Yeah.
Major hard on? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could talk. Yeah, we definitely need to dedicate an episode or 2 to that.
I would love that. You get
Show.
3 people here who love that show, so I'd be
Exactly.
I'm down for that.
Exactly. Man, that would work out so well.
Awesome.
I can think of probably another one, maybe like Breaking Bad or something.
Ooh.
Because we all love that show.
And throw Better Call Saul in there too, because I mean that's
Yeah.
Not while it's airing.
not while it's airing, but in the big picture.
Yeah, because it'll be over in a couple of years, I'm sure. I'm sure they'll do the same thing for Breaking Bad.
5 seasons.
Or
That's
Better Call
just
Saul that they
goddamn
did.
killing it right now.
Yeah, that show, like, they did, like, a slow build almost all season last year, and I was just kind of like, okay, it's good, but, I mean, you need to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-stop this season. It's so
Slow
fucking good.
down.
Yeah. I know, for real. And they're giving the shit that I didn't know that I wanted. Like, they're giving us a lot of Hector and Gus.
Well, I'm glad Gus came back, because when Vince Gilligan put that Frings Back acronym into the episodes of season 2, they hadn't talked with Giancarlo Esposito. Like, there was no agreement or anything.
Really?
Yeah, what if he was like,
said Frings
yeah, I
back,
don't want to do that.
I don't have anything in place. Yeah. Yeah. What if he was like, no, I'm doing Revolution season 4. We're bringing it back.
Whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Revolution was great, though.
I never watched it.
I liked it a lot.
How many seasons did it get?
2.
Okay.
I think 2.
All right. I might try it.
Season 2 was good, though. Like, season 1 had some lulls.
Okay.
Not LOLs.
Lulls?
Lulls.
Okay.
Had some big laughs. When people
Had some
died,
big
I
ol'
laughed. But second season was just like nonstop. Like I had kept hitting new mysteries, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Okay.
And then it just fucking, I don't know, just got canceled.
Did the ratings dive?
I think the ratings just kind of died, but it ended on a cliffhanger that I was kind of really excited to see where it went. So don't watch Revolution, is what I'm trying to say. Any show that ends on a cliffhanger, just don't. Like Awake did that, like the show that I talked about during the reboot revival thing. It's just don't watch.
I'll
those
watch In the
shows.
Dome instead, or Into the Dome, or whatever.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
Deadwood end on a
Go waste
cliffhanger?
a couple seasons on that. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Deadwood. How many cliffhangers did
Did it
Deadwood
end on the season 3 with a cliffhanger?
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
yeah, dude. It's so open ended and unanswered.
It's like the
so
only
much
reason
shit.
I've never started that show.
Don't want to do that.
Like same thing with like there's so many shows where I'm like,
At the
yeah,
same
I'm
time,
not gonna
Sopranos-
start something I'm gonna fall in love with and then be mad. I already have
Exactly.
one of those. In my
You're
life,
gonna get
Firefly.
mad.
I
Yeah.
don't need another one of those in my life where I'm just
And
like,
then Sopranos ended on purpose like
Right,
that.
right.
like I just
Fucking
recently
asshole.
rewatched. I just recently rewatched all of Firefly, and it's always a bittersweet experience because you're like, man, that
Yeah.
show was so
Yeah.
good, and you're like,
Yeah.
why the fuck would this show of all shows get canceled? When you go back and look at that time of all the other shows that like survived that time, you're like,
Right.
this is an
Just bad
unjust world
sitcom
we
or
live in.
something.
You know?
Yeah.
And what you guys talked about, the way the network just totally fucked that show. With
They
its
did.
episode
They're like, we're going to
schedule.
start with
Like, it
episode
didn't have a
2, and then
chance.
we'll air episode 5, and then you'll never get episode 1. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Brilliant.
They never aired the pilot episode ever. They never aired
They
that.
fucked that show from
Yeah.
get-go, from Jump
And
Street.
then they
so
would
to
show
speak.
it every other Saturday, and they would.
Oh
skip,
my God, that's
and
the
then-
worst!
And then they would skip Saturday sometimes, and the time slot would never be the same. And this
Yeah,
is
and
back
so-
then when you had to rely on the TV guide, you know?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and it wasn't digital, and if it was digital, it was just that one network show, that channel that was like that had the TV guide on it. But you literally had to look at a TV guide, you know, like
Yeah,
a tangible book or newspaper clipping on when that show was going to be on. And it was just like, yeah, dude, that show never had a chance. There was no DVRs back then, you know, like.
Pieces of shit.
It's ridiculous,
They
man.
just literally just gave it a death sentence.
Thank
from
God
the
for
get-go.
Netflix.
Yeah,
I know, right?
and then Whedon's
They
like,
left
you know what?
Netflix
Hey
now.
Fox, you want to make another show?
Yeah, I know. Whedon's like, yeah, sure. I got this really high concept one called Dollhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
and
gonna
they're
cancel it after 2 years. Is that cool?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you're a fucking moron. Sometimes Joss Whedon.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
on
love
you,
you. I
man.
love you to
That's-
death, but dude, you got into bed with the enemy twice, so that's on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, well, at least he's in bed with DC now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for him.
so they get to bring him down to their level
Yeah, right.
instead of him bringing them up to his
yeah,
level.
Yeah.
That's
That's what
100%.
they do.
Very true.
That's what they do.
Let's drag down
Sorry.
credible names to our hell.
Yeah, exactly. Like Matt Reeves doing Batman. I'm like, oh man, how are they gonna make this bad?
Yeah, oh yeah, by making all the bad decisions. That's how. hey,
But-
Matt Reeves, put all your good decisions in column A, because that's the column we're scratching. What are all
Yeah.
your bad ideas?
I'm gonna be honest though. I feel more confident about the Batman. Matt Reeves, he did the Dawn and the
Yeah,
Games, and,
yeah.
and he's doing War. I feel better about Matt Reeves because they were trying to do the regular deal that they do with other directors, and that's why he walked away. He was like, I'm not doing that. I want creative control.
Yeah.
This is my movie.
Yeah.
This is not your movie. And they were like, okay. Like, they said okay. That's why he came in.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's going to get all of that freedom, I'm kind of like, he gets final cut for the fucking movie. I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
I got to be a little bit more excited for that movie than other DC projects.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to scream to the fucking mountaintops? I'm excited for Shazam. But The Rock! No, it's going to be bad.
Stop.
Stop. Please stop.
Yeah. There's gonna be 2 movies. There's gonna be a Black Adam movie.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
No,
Oh
thanks.
my god.
Yeah, that's just 2 bad movies. That's all you're describing.
And then he's like, I think they mentioned the director of one of those shitty movies that The Rock just did, San Andreas. Oh, I think he's gonna do those. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would he? Oh,
yeah,
that's the worst choice you could make.
I mean, how much directing was done in that movie?
There is no world where I'm excited for those movies whatsoever.
I agree.
Yeah.
Completely.
Even
I
like
know,
you can't even get me
yeah.
excited for Aquaman at this point. Like I'm like, nah, no thanks. And that's a
Yeah,
good director.
I don't know. Like
You
I
know,
like James Wan a lot.
Yeah, me
and,
too. Yeah.
Shit. That's
Probably of the upcoming
I'm
batch of
super
DC
on the
stuff,
fence about that.
Yeah.
I'd probably be more inclined to see Aquaman in theaters than Wonder Woman at this point.
For
no
no reason.
reason.
Wonder Woman. Aquaman, if I see a trailer and I get an ounce of shit in it, I'm not going to see it in theaters.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I the most minuscule thing could set me off on.
Right.
So yeah, at this
For me,
point,
I'm
I'm
like-
it's such a scab for me. These DC movies that like
Just wait.
anything picks
I'm
at
just
it.
waiting for that one line that one character says that goes, "So I heard you swim well," and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't do this movie."
You know, either way, we can bank on
yeah,
this.
but they do that in the Justice League trailer. Who you thought
They
the
do.
fish? God
It's gonna be
damn
better
it.
than
God
Entourage's
damn it.
version of Aquaman. Maybe.
DC's the most tone deaf thing in the
Adrian
entire
Grenier.
world. They're so tone deaf.
Fucking Entourage Aquaman.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be better than that.
I don't know. James Cameron's Aquaman sounded pretty promising.
Actually, I would have seen
With
that
Mandy
yeah.
Moore and Adrian Grenier.
Adrian Grenier.
And apparently they dated on the what did their characters used to date on the set of some other chick flick she had done. Can't Hardly Wait, or no, not Can't Hardly Wait. What the fuck am I talking about?
I have no idea. Walk to Remember.
Walk to Remember, yeah.
The one where she dies or
yeah,
whatever.
that's where Vinny.
Spoiler alert! It's
yeah,
it's the cancer movie.
that's the one where Vinny and her met in Entourage.
Really?
They had a history,
Wow.
and then that caused the whole Aquaman thing to just go undone because
Oh, yeah, that's right.
they still loved each
I
other.
can't believe
or
you remember
something.
that much about Entourage.
Dude, I used to be pretty into
I
Entourage.
I know.
back in the day.
I used to like it too, and then I watched an honest trailer on it, and I was like, I like this.
Yeah. It's Ari's characters, literally probably the
Yeah,
only reason
I
stuck
love
with
it.
it for so
Ari's
long.
the best character.
And, yeah.
I've always
Kevin
liked
Dillon.
Jeremy Piven, and I don't understand why he's not like, a thing still.
Yeah, he just kind of dropped off.
Yeah, he
has.
did.
It's
He
I
kinda
like that
comes
movie
off-
that he did where he's a used car salesman or whatever. That movie was hilarious.
God, what movie was that?
Oh,
the
man.
the
The best-
Salesmans or whatever.
Something like that,
Be-
yeah.
better deals here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty funny though.
It was good, yeah, I
I think
liked
Will
it.
Ferrell did a cameo in that too, or
He
something.
did, yeah. And what's his face? Craig Robinson and a whole bunch of people.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was Craig Robinson was like the villain or something? I can't remember.
No, he was the DJ that was on top of the roof.
DJ.
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't remember the name of that movie. I did watch that and I didn't hate it. Yeah, but Jeremy Piven, I see him in interviews and I'm like, oh, he's kind of like Ari. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
He's even though
I-
Ari's based on a real character, he's very much just himself.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I don't know if y'all remember a movie from way back in the day called PCU, and it also
I never
has
saw it.
Iron Man's director in it.
John Favreau.
As like one of the main characters,
Mhm.
And he's one of the main characters. It's a good movie. That movie's awesone. It's one of my
I've heard
favorite.
good things about that one. I need
One
to
of
see
my favorite. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time. It's like a
that.
classic college comedy. You know what I mean? Just like, all right, I'm a freshman and this is my first year in school and hijinks ensue. We got to throw a party to like fundraise, money to save our house. It's so tropey, but like, it's good, man. It's classic. I really enjoy that movie.
Nice.
The goods.
The
The
good.
Goods,
That's
that's
Live
what it
hard,
is.
sell
The
hard.
Goods. Live hard, sell hard.
Which probably came out 2009. Was it the same year as Walk Hard? Is that Too Many Hards?
No, Walk Hard was 2007
Too many hards in one year.
Yeah.
because we just did that. We
That's
just
right.
talked about Walk
That's
Hard.
right. That's right. Yeah, that was yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it.
After the TV sitcoms, the single camera sitcoms one, which there's like a ton in there. I know that's going to give Kyle the opportunity to talk about Scrubs again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Favorite
god
show
damn it.
ever.
Yeah, I know. It's my favorite thing ever. Yeah.
It's going to give me an opportunity to wax poetic more about Dan Harmon, so I'm excited too.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
And 30 Rock too.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, you just named my top 3, so.
Exactly, yeah. I think we're going to be aligned in a lot of this bracket.
Yeah.
After that, I think we already came up with this a while ago, at least privately, not on the podcast, but movie villains.
Yeah.
I think we should do
Oh,
that.
man.
For
Very
sure.
excited
That's going to
about
be the most interesting bracket.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because it's going to be good because we're going to be selling evilness to each other. No, he's
Yeah,
more
and
evil
who would
than-
win in a fight type
He's
shit.
more
You know
evil
what I
than
mean?
yeah,
I think this
exactly.
one's-
Like it's gonna be like Ultimate Warrior, whatever that Spike TV show is, where we're gonna like do data backgrounds on these guys and run numbers, and in a fight, he would have this weapon.
Right. That's exciting. So stay tuned for some exciting shit coming forward.
Yeah.
And thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm gonna do my picture thing.